Fresh new haircut, huh? Didn't I take like 50 years off? But I don't know. Chat, I look funky. So today, chat, we're going to talk about the WSJ video that I'm seriously trying to, I want y'all to see it with me because I'm going to play it for you guys. I want y'all to see it with me because I'm trying to understand something. And also, we're going to talk about how GameStop CEO says physical is irrelevant for him. I know why he's saying it though.
Wake up, it's a brand new day. Crazy Lou's here, got something to say. Good morning, gamers, rise and shine. It's time to play, let's have a good time. Morning, gaming community. With Crazy Lou, it's a world of unity. Upbeat and lively, we're feeling so free. In the world of games, we're just meant to be. Grab us, come in, I need a scene. Crazy Lou is ready, it's a gaming scene. Froomies trading people, worders gain. All recent gaming, go breaks and pay top mean. Good morning, coming moving. It's a world of unity. Upbeat and lively, we're feeling so free.
Initiating launch sequence.
Let's begin. Right, good morning, everybody. Also tuning in even the crazy one. Wishing you a beautiful and awesome Friday. Oh, my guest just popped in. All right, let me add him to the scene. But yes, chat, how you guys doing today? Hope everybody's having a wonderful Friday and also beginning of the weekend. Remember, chat, we got a lot of things to play, a lot of things to do these days. And yes, hello, TJ. Can you hear me? Yes, I can, my friend. I'm just putting on my microphone. And yes, I got a haircut now and I look weird. I don't know what's going on, but this haircut this time I just did not like it though. I think I've got accustomed having long hair. And now I look like I don't know who. I look like that one guy from what's that movie? Uh I forgot the name of that guy from that one movie.
What
Uh
movie?
I don't know. It's a really old movie. Um hmm, I think it was in Caddyshack. He was that.
Oh, that's a good movie.
Nah, he was not in Caddyshack. I think he was the one who did the what's that movie called? Oh God, the one where the guy has a girls soccer team and then he grabs a boy and puts him as a girl to play soccer. His stepson or something like that.
Dude, you want to know what's crazy? I tried to do it through the Xbox. Xbox won't do it.
What
Xbox
emos?
won't do it anymore. It won't. It won't. It's like they did
Ah,
something.
I know. I think it's Emuts though. Emuts suck sometimes when it does
Yeah,
work. It works
because it
fine,
used
and
to.
it used to. Yeah, I think that's what it is though. That's
So
what it is.
I'm doing
Yeah.
it through my phone, and I got my Apple Beats earbuds in. So that's what I'm doing now
Yeah,
instead.
that's why you sound like really. I mean, Chad, tell me if your TJ sounds really good though. You got a fresh cut, Ladybugs with Ronnie Dangerfield. Yes, I look like Ronnie Dangerfield. That's who I look like with his haircut. Ah man.
Hey, what's up, Talos? Reggie, Broke
Hey,
Boy
Reggie.
Lewis.
Hello, the man with the ray. I know it's me, the boy Lewis.
What's up,
What's up, man?
guys? Sorry I haven't been around lately. It's been crazy at work. We've been working
Good.
15-hour days.
That means we're getting a break from you ass, so that's good.
They put my schedule back to normal starting Monday, so I'll be able to
Ah,
hop on in
all
the
right,
chat
awesome. Okay,
and
good.
moderate with you guys.
All right, awesome. So TJ, let me see if the chat starts ramping up real quick, and let's put a couple topics in here. No wonder you get no respect. Louis says why don't I get no respect because I look like Ronnie Dangerfield? Oh man, what the hell?
That's fucked up. Be nice to Louis. Come on, guys. Yeah,
I love
that's
the
so
jokes. I
messed
love,
up.
I love, I love those jokes. Those jokes really cheer me up in the morning. No joke. I'm not kidding you.
God.
Mm. So, TJ,
What's up?
I want to ask you a question. How do you feel about the whole physical media situation that's going down?
Honestly, to be honest, I'll come in at it as two perspectives. One as a gamer
Yeah.
and one as a business guy.
All right.
I'm not
Yeah.
in business, but I can think business like because I love money.
We all do.
One as a gamer, I don't really give a shit to be honest anymore. I don't buy physical because it's a pain in the ass to put it in and then watch it get scratched and then doesn't fucking work.
All right.
I
All
don't
right.
want I don't want an $80 fucking coaster. I'm sorry. But if
Mm.
you scratch the shit out of it, it's screwed. And good
Okay.
luck getting it fixed. And it's not like the
There,
old days where you can go into Game Crazy and you could go pay $30 or 20 bucks and they can buff it out.
well,
GameStop
I mean,
doesn't offer that.
oh,
Game Crazy did, but
I
GameStop
had that machine though.
ran game
That
yeah, but
machine. Uh,
GameStop ran Game Crazy out of business. They were creating lies, and what happened was they were doing marketing attacks, and
yeah.
Game Crazy went out of business. I loved Game Crazy; they were more respectful. If you
All
had a
right.
$60 game back then, if you returned the game within less than a month, you got
Yeah.
your full money back. If it was longer than a month, you got half your money back,
Oh damn.
regardless,
Oh, that's
regardless of
nice.
the game.
No
So
wonder
they
they
were
went out of.
really respectful company.
No wonder
And
they went
no,
out of
that
business. Damn.
no, it wasn't because of that. It was because GameStop kept saying like they kept talking to the press and creating bad marketing. So it sucks, man, because Game Crazy is only available in Canada now. They left the United States.
Oh wow. It's me, the
Yep.
broke boy Lewis, with a $2 super. Cha. He says, looking at Louis' hair reminds me, need to mow the lawn. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. God damn. Yeah, I even started the day.
Dude, come on. I mean, we can make
Hey,
fun of Louis, but be nice.
he's being nice though. Why so serious is the rough one here? He always says he look like something. Yeah, I don't know. I'm waiting for
Oh
that.
my
I'm waiting for
god.
that. I'm waiting for that jab from Why So Serious. He's thinking about it. He's sitting on it for him to throw it in there.
Yeah, he's sitting there thinking
Mm.
about it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But like I was saying though, right? Okay, that's the one side of you. What do you think? Because you're mad because it scratches and everything. I get that. And how about the other side?
And then as the business side,
Yeah.
I think that they just want to cut costs and they want to save money. You know,
Okay.
Xbox is not going to abandon physical because here's the thing. If they're
Okay.
actually going to do that, if they're going to do that program where you can put in the disc in your console and then you get a digital license once it reads it and it's
Yeah.
tied to your account,
Yeah.
they're going to need the disc tray. So they're not going to abandon physical for a while.
But
Maybe I would say 5 years, and then they would ditch it.
I will tell you this though, with all honesty. Um,
What?
because this is what I know from what I've seen from, like, for example, from Ono, it's Alex videos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And with all honesty though, I think the next box, when it comes to the Xbox, will not have a disc drive, right? We will not have, because
Really?
that. So I'll explain to you now. Hold up.
Okay.
I think it won't have a disc drive. But what I think it will have is you have an option to get the external disc drive to plug it in for you
Yeah,
to
that makes sense.
yeah, because I mean, here's the thing though. PC has it. Like right now, if I go to Amazon and I say, okay, I want to have a. Let me go see if I can get one right now. Hold on. We're going to. Oh, letting me on something sweet. Okay, so hold on 1 second. Oh, I'm not even signing in this one. Damn it. Okay, hold on 1 second. So if I go now to Amazon, right, and I tell Amazon, okay, I want a disk drive for my computer. There are tons of external. Hold on. CD.
They're like between 20
CD
and
drive.
$100.
So I can get external CD drives. There's the Adidas. There you go. Rodius external CD DVD drive USB 3.0 RW burner for laptop, desktop, PC, Windows, Apple, MacBook Pro, MacBook Linux. And there's like, you know how much it costs? TJ? $21. $21. That was the DVD one. I mean, if I go even deeper, like to get a specific one, let's say a Blu-ray one. Let me see if I can get a Blu-ray one. Let me see. Blu-ray. Let me see. Oh, it's pretty much the same thing. DVD, CD-ROM. Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. RW optical drive for PC.
It's because they're archaic. They're old.
Here it is. External Blu-ray drive, BC, DVD for PC, stuff like that. It says here it's $55.99. So again, I believe like if they actually do that, like they say, if you want to bring up the Helix being all digital, which it probably will, and once we and once we get the console, it would probably. I'm believing that's going to happen because again, if you don't have an Xbox One, you do need. If you have a Xbox One, you don't need an external drive. But that's what I'm saying though. Like I believe that they will have that external disk drive for you to put in there, and then it won't cost as much though. So I believe that's what's going to happen because the way hardware is nowadays. I mean, we know that the CD, the CD Blu-ray, whatever for the PS5 is $80. So I'm guessing they're going to try to cut that $80 price in their console and just deliver a whole digital one, and that's it. And why so serious with the $2 super? It's true. Louis hair looks like it needs landscaping. Damn. See, I told you he's waiting for that blow.
You should have just kept your mouth shut. Hey, I got a good fresh haircut. First thing everybody says is, looks like someone took a lawnmower to your fucking head.
Yeah, it looks like it. I think the guy went way too deep with that. I think he took advantage of it.
I mean, mine's really short.
Pause. I know. Oh, so Sour Blow says this, and it's true though. Xbox needs to hire the Undertaker to market their consoles, since it's always dead to hire a dead man to market them. Man, Sour Blow, I gotta say,
mine's really short, man.
But you're still ugly though. So Sour Blow says that Xbox needs to hire the Undertaker so they can market their console. Yeah, they need to hire him, but the thing is, Undertaker's pretty old though.
What's up, Sour Blow?
TJB butt naked in this video. Chat, close your eyes. No, I'm just kidding. So, here's the thing. Did you see the actor that they're playing Kratos in the God of War series towards biceps? So they're recasting the role and refilming. Yes, I did see that, and that sucks. Poor dude. I mean, that guy's a pretty good actor. I saw him in My Sons of Anarchy, and I said that guy is pretty cool to be Kratos, though. So, yeah.
That's stupid that he's been recasted.
So, sir, I said the guy went too deep. I know. Pause. I know. He went too deep with the haircut. And not only that, he took advantage of my head. There you go. So make fun of it. Enjoy. I know what I said. Pause.
Bowling pin head Louis.
Oh, God. So, all right. Like I was saying, though, the thing is, TJ, I don't know if you actually, I've been talking about this like the last 2 weeks about the whole situation that's going on with the physical thing. And what I said was that you remember back in 2013 when Xbox went out there and announced the whole DRM situation, the online thing.
Yeah, and then Sony said, "This is how we share games." Yeah,
and then this is how we share games. You remember the guy, passing the CD. They're like, "Hey!"
Yeah,
with that weird face and everything. And everybody's like, "Yeah, you guys rule." But what I say is, though, Xbox paved us the way to become, digital. So we've been digital for like the longest of time, even though we got a CD here. But we've been digital. I mean, once in a while, if we go to the store, we see a CD on sale. I don't have that here. You guys have that.
The only time I'll buy physical, I'll be honest with you, the only time I buy physical is if I want a collector's edition. I've never gotten a collector's edition. The only one I got that's a collector's edition is Halo 2. That's it. Otherwise, I don't really care. 90% of these collector's editions they're nice, but they're not. Let's be realistic. They're not like how they used to be back in the Xbox 360 era, where they actually were really, really fucking good.
Yeah, and here's like I was saying though, they paved us the way to become digital, and we're happy here. With the digital buying, we just don't mind it, especially me, because from where I live, I keep on telling people like it's a better choice for me because it's a good choice that I have for me. But
It's not just that, dude. It's the
yeah,
fact that you don't lose your damn game. It can't be scratched, so you don't have to worry
right,
about replacing it for another $80 or $70,
right.
which would suck balls if you have to do that. And the fact that you just load it up, it just loads up, and it takes 3 seconds,
Yeah,
and you're in the fucking game.
yeah, no, I know that. But okay, so like I said, they paved the way for us for digital. We're accustomed to this, right? On this side of this side of the system, right? But on the other side, though, it's like they went out of nowhere one day and just said, "Okay, look, we are not gonna make any more physical games. And, at 2020 will be the final physical game that they ever do or release or whatever, and then they're gonna just stick to digital." And that's where I sat here. I'm like, why couldn't you guys sit down for since it was announced last year? Because I don't know if me and you, I don't know if TJ, if you saw it last year on the show, but I did find that Sony was actually killing off the physicals, right? They were killing off the CDs
Yeah,
last year.
they were starting to phase it out, and
They
they
were trying to
didn't
phase it
really
out,
announce it yet.
and they did
They
not
were
even
doing it
announce it.
slowly.
They just went in there and just announced it and told the fans pretty much, "F you, this is what's gonna happen." And it's been like 2 or 3 weeks. They have not sat down and talked to their fans, and now their fans are pretty pissed off. And to be honest, though,
Is it just me, or does it seem like PlayStation is slowly shrinking? Because it seems like
uh,
they're really cutting corners to try to save money after the Bungie
well,
acquisition and the fact that their games are not selling.
so what they did was they changed the factory with
Yeah,
they changed the factory to make micro
but
lenses.
they're
That's what they did, to keep it going
yeah.
though. Yeah. So that's what happened though. That's what happened in there. They changed it because they needed to upgrade the facility, because what were they going to do? Just fire the whole facility, not have it working? I mean, they had to do something, right? So they decided to do the switch. They switched it around. They got the factory working on micro lenses, which is pretty sweet, for them because of business. But it's just the way they did the fans though. It's like, wow. I just sit here and I look at this. I'm like, this is what you call. I mean, have you seen the video? But literally, it's like it's what they call a dick punch. Like, come here, pa, you take that, and that's it. We're not gonna calm you down. We're just gonna leave you there. And it's been like 2 or 3 weeks now. Wait, it's been 2 weeks or three? It's 2.5 weeks now, and they have not responded to this situation or come up with a 3-minute presentation to explain to the fans, hey, look, this is why we're doing it, or say something to just stay quiet. Just
Hey,
said,
look at
F you to
what
them, and
Broke
that's
Boy
it.
Lewis put in the chat.
But my Death
My
Stranding
Death
2,
Stranding. Yeah, read that.
yeah. My Death
Yeah.
Stranding 2 and Ghost of Jotei Collector's Edition didn't come with this steelbook or even a basic PS5 game case. It had a digital game card in an envelope. So wait, they gave you an envelope for you to do what? Use it as a toilet paper? Oh my god, that's awful. After you paid all that money, that it should have given you some, at least for my $80 purchase, that I got my little BFG, which I feel like I got screwed over because I thought it was like a pretty sizable BFG. Pause. I know that sounded wrong, but yes, I got it. At least I got a metal disc. Yeah, I know it sounded bad though. I
No, Ray G said, "Are you a kid who scratched discs?" No.
know.
The problem is it doesn't take much to get them scratched.
Oh
They
my
are
god.
so delicate. It's really easy to scratch those damn
So
things.
So yeah, TJ,
I
that's
just
that's the
prefer
whole thing.
digital.
That's the whole thing with physical though. Like, yeah, it's unavoidable because listen, I had cases of CDs, and no matter how much I put them in
Then
the
I got
cases,
tired of collecting the cases. Where the hell?
oh
Like,
this shit. That's dust collectors right there. That was for me a
yeah.
headache. Yeah, that was a headache for me. So that's why I said, you know what, I'm done with this stuff. Um, but again, that's a personal take. But again, I just feel like I just feel fun. I laugh at this stuff with the fans because it feels like Sony shafted them, right? Because for all these years they've been
Well,
shafting them.
Sony loves giving them a reach
The,
around without
uh,
any lube. So
mhm.
they do that on a daily basis with
Yeah,
the $10 upgrades. You gotta pay for online, and you get shitty
$2 upgrades,
service.
$10
You get
upgrades.
no $10. I said,
Mhm.
and then
Okay,
you also don't get good benefits out of your subscription,
yeah.
and then you don't even get your old games that are backwards compatible. Yeah, so And you don't get game gifting.
So-
You don't get a lot of shit.
So I'll tell you something that I'm starting to see out here, because you sent me a news today, and I was like, okay, I told you I was going to bring this into the conversation. So we
Yeah.
know for the past 2.5 weeks, right? 2 3 weeks now. At least I provided loses. So it's been 2.5 weeks ago, right? And what I see is that they pretty much pitched this news close to the Xbox bad news, right? And for
Mhm.
me, what it feels like though, there's only like one out of the whole news media out there that has been talking about this nonstop, and that is Push Square. They've been talking about the physical thing. They've been talking about what's going on. They're talking about like everything that's happening, like everything that's going on with that, and how fans are mad about the whole situation, right? And while PlayStation
Yeah.
keeps promoting stuff like that little joystick thing, which got delayed, and they getting trashed for it, they did a Wolverine trailer. Like, yeah, sweet Wolverine trailer, but people were saying, "Where's my physical?" You know, people are still aggravated about this, right? They're mad about this, and only Push Square is talking about it. Then the rest of the media outlets, they're trying to get that bloodbath win. You know, when they were saying that Xbox was going to have a major bloodbath, and they're trying to look for that win. They keep on adding just news and news and news. I mean, they killed id. They killed id. They killed pretty much the whole thing. They're trying to get like upfront to see what if you get like firsthand, trying to get interviews with the layoffs and everything, you know, just to get them talking, to throw in bad news and Xbox to cover up for this whole Sony situation. Because to be honest though, they're not looking at the Sony situation as in a serious note. Because listen, this is a serious problem. Because I mean, TJ, we, even though we buy digital, I get it. We buy digital. It's been a simpler fact for us, but we have a problem here. That if you like the physical, the side on the physical, the advantages you have is like what you said. You either go in and trade it, or you sell it, or you know you do whatever you want with the physical. Because even though the game is not yours,
It
but
would
you know,
it would make sense if you could get your money back, but the problem is GameStop has gotten so damn greedy. I
I
could
know,
bring
I
in a
know.
game that's only a week old, and they'll still tell me $10.
Yeah, yeah,
$10. You know
yeah.
what? Hold on.
Hold on.
Right.
I'll tell everybody in this chat. No
Right.
shit. This is a true story.
Okay,
I
what's
bought
the truth?
I bought Project Cars when it first came out, the first one. Didn't
bought-
like it. I didn't like the game. I didn't like how the settings were. The
Yeah.
car was unbearable to drive in the damn game.
Mhm.
So I took it back. I only had it for 2 days. 2 days.
2 days.
2 days. Brand new. I even had the receipt. Went to
Yeah.
GameStop, showed the guy the receipt. I said I want a full refund. It's only been out for 2 days. It just came out. He said I can give you $20.
Wow.
I
That was
almost wanted to deck that fucking guy.
You can't deck
And-
him. But who you got
Oh,
to deck?
I was so pissed.
Yeah, you can't deck the guy though. Who you got to deck is the CEO of that company who sets all that shit.
So
That's who you
I
gotta
kept
deck.
the fucking shitty ass game, but I never played it again. I got Project Cars 2, and that game was actually way better, and they fixed the problem that I hated. So
Yeah, but here's
God, it was
here's
so
the thing,
annoying,
Salvo.
man.
They have GameStop has evolved though, because the CEO said it. He said this is irrelevant. So the funny thing is, it's like I said, this is a serious problem when it comes down to the physical thing, right? Because at least we had that option that we can go in, trade it in, even though you got $10, $15, $20, we got
Off
something
of a
though.
new game.
Yeah, for whatever. We can just trade it in and do whatever we want. And the thing was, I mentioned that these guys, all these mainstream articles, instead of just talking about what is happening in Xbox, what's the restructuring going for? Because look, we know what a restructure is. We know what that is. I mean, we understood it. We totally understood the whole restructure. We understood it. We know where's it going to, what's going to happen. We know things are going to change. There's going to be a lot of stuff happening in the next, how many days are left? 50, 60, 70. I don't even know how many days are left. All I know is it's going to be in September, the 100 days once it's over. But we know what it is, right? We know there's going to be layoffs. We know there's going to be changes. We get that. We already got that, right? Even though layoffs suck, but we got it. So
48 days.
48 days. Okay. So my take is this. they need to keep on talking about the whole digital media and physical media, because at the end of the day, we need to find a way for us to trade or to sell our digital content. Because TJ, I bet you got games on there that you would like to say, I want to sell it or trade it in, get some money from it, and go ahead and buy another game with that money. That's what we got to do. I mean, I don't know if you have that feeling too.
Xbox could pull it off. Xbox could easily pull it off. All they have to do is just make it a. It's almost like gambling, but in a way, it's not gambling. What they would do is they would do it like an auction house, or
something like that,
or kind of like a private bidding or private selling. But what they do is they take a 10% cut, and then they divide that by 5% and give it to the publisher that made that game.
But you want to laugh? Yeah. You want to laugh, TJ? That idea was pitched out there in 2013. That was actually the thing they were going to do. Xbox wanted to do that, but with the whole DRM thing and everything that dropped in, right? Everybody, had a backlash and did not let Xbox progress with this idea. And kind of funny.
I want them to do that idea.
Yeah, I want them too. That'd be sick if they actually do that. That'd be nice.
You know what? Then let GameStop die, because you know what? I can just do it from my house.
Exactly. I mean, I don't have to deal with like, let me go take this game in or get $10 for it or get
the other thing
for
is
that shit.
I hate going into GameStop because they always try to sell me PlayStation, and I'm like,
my God, I hate that. That's why I quit going out.
I have a friend that works at GameStop, and she tries to sell me on PlayStation, and then I counter argue against her, and she goes quiet like a fucking church mouse.
Because probably the CEO gets paid a commission, or they get paid a commission for that shit. That's probably why. I have no doubts. I have no doubts, because listen, here's something that I learned a long time ago. It's like when you go to a dealership, right, to buy a car. It's like when you go to a dealership to buy a car. I'm not kidding you. You go to dealership to buy a car.
They're loyal to certain brands.
What do you think the vendor's going to do? The vendor's going to do everything he can in his power to sell you that car, because he gets a commission. He gets a 5%, 3% commission. I have a feeling like Sony gives these guys a commission for them to sell their consoles or something. I mean, there's something odd in there that this CEO had to go out there and say this. And like I said, they're looking for that. They're trying to cover up. And this is what I'm seeing from media a lot. And when it comes down to this subject, they're trying to say, well, the physical thing is not really the business anymore. They're trying to shove it off, to calm down the fans that are mad with Sony, because we know something. Because this is what you gotta love about social media, though. Because social media is interesting, though. And I gotta give, and to be honest, though, even though I don't like the dude, but Tim Dog posted a picture of Christopher Dream saying, well, the gaming business is sponsored by Sony. We're like, whoa, that explains a lot. So now, like I said, our curiosity right here. And yeah, he had to say something about it. So even though it was sponsored, I'm like, bro, you get money from Sony, shut up, stop, or you get something from Sony. What is it? We don't know. But then comes into hand, and I remember I said this a long time ago in a show. I said that these guys get that sweet little envelope, and someone told me, I won't say any names, live on that show, no, they don't get paid by them. No, they don't get this, they don't get that. I'm like, oh, really? And now with the Christopher Dream, when he came out and said it, I was like, well, it is true. I mean, they're saying it. So they get sponsored. These guys get sponsored. Like I said, this guy went out there and said totally irrelevant. I'm like, wow, really? You're challenging everything out there just because you want to be on the good sides of Sony, because basically this sounds like he wants to be on the good sides with Sony, and that sounds like everyone else is doing it, because the other day Jason Schreier did a video trying to explain, well, because he has that voice, that voice, and you're like, oh my God. So he's just there like, yeah, Sony gets 100% cut if they sell digital. Like, I don't give a shit if they get 100% cut. That's not my problem. We have a problem. That's not going to solve the problem that fans are mad about. Fans are pissed off about this, and they want a solution with this digital situation. And the solution is Sony. If you guys were going to cut physical, though, you guys should have at least worked up with the store and say, look, here, you can trade it off. We got a cut. This guy gets a cut, and you get some money back. And I bet you, Xbox is going to be the first.
It could be handled really easily, just like you're explaining it. I mean, you just
exactly. Yeah.
if it's a brand new game and well, you don't do refunds because you can just do that through Microsoft or through Sony. But
yeah, exactly. No,
but the thing is, let's say you wanted to trade it. If it's only been 3 or 4 months and the game is doing very well, like it's selling a lot of copies, give $30 back.
So
half,
it says
half of it.
So look, it's like what I told you. That the funny thing is this comes from Bloomberg though. Like Bloomberg is trying to protect Sony. That's what I keep.
Bloomberg is owned by fucking Sony or owned by. They're owned by what's that one Chinese corporation? No, they're owned by not Tencent. What's the other one?
I don't know. No, I don't know. They're not owned. It says that Bloomberg. Let me see.
Just say Bloomberg.
Oh my
owner.
god! Now I'm pissed. Now I'm really pissed, man. Oh.
Who owns Bloomberg? Who owns it?
Bloomberg LP is an American privately held financial software data and media company headquartered by Midtown Manhattan, New York City. It was co-founded by Michael Bloomberg. Sorry about that, Michael. No disrespect, but yeah. With Thomas Secunda, Don Duncan, Charles Zerger, and a 12% ownership investment by Merrill Lynch. My money is in Merrill Lynch. Man, I'm about to take my... Nah, motherfuckers. Now I'm pissed now. Shit. Motherfucker.
Hey, us Americans are greedy, dude. That's why we had the biggest defense budget in the whole fucking world.
It says here, provide software tools and enterprise applications such as analytics. So Bloomberg Terminal via professional service, revenue generating product. So yeah, it says here subscription newsletters, magazines, Business Week, Bloomberg Business, and Bloomberg Markets. As of 2019, the company has 176 locations and 20,000 employees. Oh, nice. So we don't know who, like, literally, they probably get the sponsors though. It says here, Bloomberg Professional Services core revenue generating product. So it's a news agency, so they probably got their sponsors, in there. And like I said, it was Bloomberg who was doing this interview, and it says here, doesn't matter at all, Cohen told Bloomberg. It is totally irrelevant, as pointed out by Bloomberg. While at one point, GameStop's primary business was software sales, the company was shifting in recent years to selling collectibles, trading cards, and toys, and other items like Funko Pop. Earlier this year, GameStop announced that game sales only accounted for 18% of its revenue. Meanwhile, trading cards and toys made up 41% of its business. Cool. But like I said, though, they're trying to get that win. When Cohen was asked what's the huge levels of hype the Take-Two's upcoming Grand Theft Auto 6 set to launch on November 6th, Cohen didn't answer the question and instead replied, I want to go back and talk about eBay. The move means that GameStop won't be able to sell used copy of GTA 6 after launch. And this was reported May 6th. GTA 6 may ever get a physical release. Beyond the code on the box, GameStop might never get to sell used copies of GTA 6. But whatever. Cohen is on that.
We already knew that was coming down on. That was already written on the wall a long time ago.
Yeah.
Everybody, I'm sorry for you guys that want physical. I mean, I understand collector's editions. I totally understand that. I'm not against that. I like, if you see a game that you really love and you want the collector's edition, that's fine. But otherwise, it shouldn't matter. I mean, let's be realistic. Are you really going to go in? Are you going to get ripped off by GameStop?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think you are. Unless if you're willing to lose money. I mean, go ahead then.
Yeah. So let's see what chat's saying, though. So let me go ahead and catch up with the chat real quick, TJ, before we jump into the next one, because I see chat ramped up. So we're going to jump into the next topic real quick. And that is the whole WSJ video that we saw. That I saw, though. I'm going to play it for you guys because I'm trying, like I saw the video chat, and I am trying to understand what was the message behind the video. It's like, okay, I'm trying to get. So Sourdough says, I think all companies overhired too fast when COVID and didn't have a logical goals. Now they have to cut a lot of people and restructure to be more a realistic goal. I agree with you there because it's happening everywhere on that area, of the situation. Broke Boy says, it was a pretty envelope though. Nice. You got a pretty envelope. Hey, sweet. Salvo says Nintendo actually was the smartest out of them all. Yes, I agree with you there. Didn't go on a buying streak. X-Lands Games says, folks, what's up, man? Good morning. Let's go. Whoa, what happened to the light, though? Why did it turn yellow?
What do you mean?
The light turned yellow, though. Is she messing with my light now? Man, stop messing with my stuff. Shit. Seriously, this painting is haunted, man. Nobody wants to buy it, though. Damn. Damn, Louis, nice shade. Thank you, Coopermon. You know, I had to take it all off. Seriously. It was about time.
No, that's the first nice compliment you've gotten.
Mm-hmm. That Rio, David Cornell says, at least FPS Boost on Series X is free when installing older physical games of OG Xbox, Xbox 360, and Xbox One games. Often with 4K, PlayStation doesn't allow free upgrades on PS5, and that's bad, yes. And that's their fault, because we told them, complain about it, and they did it. Now Nintendo's doing it. Thank you. A similar thing happened to me with Guitar Hero and Aerosmith. I bought the same for $100 because it came with extra stuff. GameStop offered me $33. I would have thrown that guitar in the freaking window. That's what I would have done. Not hitting the guy, but I would just break the window just for the hell of it. Did you know, Louis, you can eat GameStop? Uber, I know that. Now they have Uber Eats delivery. Sweet. PS5 can't even read PS1 games or discs or CDs. No CD laser can read PS2 nor PS3 games. Yikes. So Harry Bosek says, Louis hasn't stopped talking since the show started. Laugh out. Oh, man. He says it talked too much. Oh, breaking my
Honestly, I talk more than you do, but okay.
Yeah, TJ talks a lot more. So if I don't interrupt TJ's just going to go for like a long hour rant. That's why I got to stop in chat. Sorry about that. So, chat, let's go to what's next. It's me, the Boy Lewis, with the $5 super chat. He says some benefits locked behind digital. Xbox Play Anywhere has to be digital game purchase to stream own games on Xbox/PS has to be digital as well. Sweet. And that is true, though. They have the Xbox Play Anywhere, which is a sweet thing, too. That's a sweet deal. But even though, bro, boy, we got the Play Anywhere, though, we need to, what's it called? We need to have that option that we can sell our digital stuff or trade it in or do something. I hope that Xbox actually does that plan that they were starting to do it in 2013. I hope that, Asha goes back. It's like, we got to work on this, especially right now with the situation that's going on with Sony. And that will be the big win. That will be the big win on Xbox because people want Xbox to do the whole physical thing. But the big win will be if they can say, hey, look, we have this right here. And your digital games, you can sell them or trade them. People will be like, yo, PlayStation ain't doing this shit. Let's go over there. That would be the big win if you're asking me for a win. So, chat, let's move on up with this one because, man, I'm telling you, I saw this and I'm trying to understand what is the point to this video, though? Because it's like telling us where did they fail, but what was the failure? Like, seriously, talk to me about it. And I don't know, chat. I think they didn't say much about it. So I'm going to put this video, let's watch it, guys. I want to hear you guys' opinion and TJ's opinion about it. Because seriously, it just like, it was odd for me. Like I sat there and I watched it this morning. It's like, did I miss something? Let me go ahead and rewatch it again. So I rewatched it again this morning. And again, I'm still in that question. Did I miss something that I just did not see in there? So I don't know if you guys can see it and explain to me what was.
It's not up yet.
Okay.
Oh, now it is.
Now it is, yeah. So it says here, why Microsoft's $80 billion Xbox bet backfire? Again, I want to hear what was the backfire. So let me play this. You guys hear it? Let me hit play and see if I'm wrong.
For years, Microsoft's Xbox struggled to keep pace with Sony's PlayStation and Nintendo. So it bet its future on a different model, a subscription service called Game Pass.
We're looking at the massive success of Netflix in television, and they thought subscription was the future, and they could do it for video games.
Microsoft spent more than $80 billion to acquire game studios and bring major franchises like Call of Duty and Fallout onto Game Pass. It was one of the biggest bets in gaming history. But now, Microsoft is cutting more than 3,000 jobs across Xbox, about a fifth of the division, and selling or spinning off 5 game studios. So, what went wrong?
Microsoft got into the video game business in the early 2000s with the Xbox console. They were competing with the already established players Sony and Nintendo.
The Xbox is everything the Rock is. Cutting edge, powerful, exhilarating.
consoles typically lost money, and Xbox often lagged its competitors in sales. So in 2017, Microsoft launched Game Pass. For $9.99 a month, subscribers could play a library of games on their console. With Game Pass, Xbox thought it could generate recurring revenue without having to win the console wars.
They were ahead of the curve. There wasn't any other company that was offering anything comparable.
The following year, Xbox announced that its first-party games would be available on Game Pass the same day they were released.
All the ID at Xbox games you just saw will premiere on Xbox Game Pass day one.
Instead of paying up to $70 for a new game, fans could play it on launch day with their $10 Game Pass subscription.
The only concern I ever see is people saying, is it sustainable? Like, can you continue this? And I'll say Game Pass right now is doing very well for us.
They were entirely focused on gaining subscribers. And they thought, just like Netflix had done in video and Spotify had done in audio, that when they eventually gained enough subscribers, they'd be able to raise the prices on them, they'd be the dominant player in the industry, and then they'd become really profitable.
How is Xbox not just going to lose money hand over fist on this?
Yeah, a lot of people say that. We always kind of laugh. We just listen, please don't worry about us, like Microsoft.
And at that time, Xbox was showing promising signs. With the pandemic supercharging the video game industry, Game Pass surpassed 15 million subscribers. Xbox's revenue from content and services increased 11% from the year before.
They thought this was the moment that they could get everybody hooked onto Game Pass.
Microsoft went on an acquisition spree to add more games to its portfolio, buying ZeniMax Media for more than $8 billion and Activision Blizzard for $75 billion. Now, Xbox-owned franchises like Fallout, Doom, Candy Crush, World of Warcraft, and Call of Duty.
People were surprised that Microsoft was spending so much on games. It's a pretty small part of Microsoft's overall business.
But Microsoft wanted to be a major player in gaming, and it was willing to spend to get there. By 2022, Game Pass was available on a range of devices and cost up to $14.99 a month.
I think it will stay in that 10 to 15% of our overall revenue, and it's profitable for us.
Yet that same year, Game Pass missed its subscriber growth target by a wide margin. After the Activision deal closed, Microsoft wanted to make a big splash with the next Call of Duty release. The company chose to release it on Game Pass on day one.
This was a huge deal because Call of Duty sequels sell tens of millions of copies, typically for as much as $70 per unit. So to put it on Game Pass and forego all that revenue just to gain subscribers was a pretty risky move.
Black Ops 6 set a record for Game Pass signups on launch day, but industry analysts questioned the business model.
The economics of spending several $100 million to make like a Call of Duty sequel and then put it on a subscription service that costs somewhere between $20 and $30 a month were just not panning out for them at all.
According to regulatory filings, Microsoft acknowledged that adding titles to Game Pass would cannibalize retail sales, but the company still released new games on day one.
So then in 2025, with the next Call of Duty game, they decided they would have to raise the price of Game Pass in order to make these economics work.
Xbox raised the price of Game Pass's Ultimate tier from $19.99 to $29.99, a 50% increase.
We shed millions of subscribers over the span of a few months. We corrected that offering, pulling a title out, bringing the price down.
At the same time, the rising cost of memory chips is squeezing Xbox's hardware margins. For 3 straight quarters, Microsoft's gaming revenue has declined year over year. And while Xbox had projected that Game Pass would reach 77 million subscribers this year, it currently has less than half of that. In February, Xbox appointed a new CEO, Asha Sharma, who had worked as an executive at Instacart and in Microsoft's Core AI division, but had no background in video games.
When you bring in somebody like that, what you're saying is we need somebody from the outside who's going to think about it in a whole different way.
To some industry analysts, Xbox restructuring was a long time coming.
Its profit margin is only about 3%, which is pretty awful for a big company like Microsoft. They could be making more of a profit margin by just investing that money into like a bank account.
Other gaming companies are also dealing with a post-pandemic slowdown.
But the other issue Microsoft has from having made this huge bet on Game Pass is unique. No other game company kind of staked its future on a subscription service the way that Microsoft did.
Now, Microsoft is changing course. In recent months, Xbox cut the price of Game Pass Ultimate to $22.99. And it won't be releasing the next Call of Duty game on Game Pass on day one. The company says that after more than 8 months of decline, Game Pass is starting to grow again.
They've set this very ambitious goal of having 1 billion daily players, Right now, they have something like 500 million monthly players, so they would have a long way to go to get there. But I think Microsoft wants to get to that level by investing in its big franchises and by also becoming a better partner for independent game developers.
What did you get out of that?
Not a bad video.
Not a bad video though, but what you get out of that though? Because I mean, I'm still trying to like pinpoint what went wrong. I don't know if you know what I mean though. Like, what went wrong?
I don't see anything wrong with it.
Like what was the went wrong in video? I'm trying to understand though. Like, what was the part where
they stated facts and they backed up with statistics? So yeah. I don't understand who the fuck's going down and sitting there saying, "Oh, look at this is bad," you know. It's like, but we already learned this from Asha. We've already gotten her whole big ass diary she wrote on fucking X.
See, it's like it's like have you ever seen Kung Pao? You ever seen the movie Kung Pao, TJ? I think you've never seen Kung Pao.
I can't remember. I probably have at least once.
You probably have.
I don't remember.
Google Poll says it's a no duh video. Like you look at it like duh. That's what I mean. So it's like that one scene in Kung Pao where Went Below says, "My finger points." Duh, your finger points. I mean, basically that was the video for me. Like it was a finger point video. Like, but still I mean, and I love. Oh my god, seriously. Look, it's kind of funny though, and I've said this before, right? This is what I love about this video, though. They still have not gotten to the point. What was the problem? Like, they went out and bought studios. That was a problem. That's what they're basically saying in that video.
Well,
they
because COVID was the excuse for buying that shit. Because you gotta remember, back then, more people were playing games, more people were subscribing to Game Pass. You know, people were home because a lot of the governors, a lot of the governors in the United States, in multiple states, basically limited you. You couldn't even when I had my car accident, I couldn't go to physical therapy to go to the gym because that would have helped me faster.
Yeah, I get that. I get that, but
everybody stayed home.
Everybody stayed home. I get that, but that was like a around the world thing. Everybody stayed home and it grew 15%. Like again, I'm trying to pinpoint. Like, what was the major problem? And I know, and listen, the video literally says it clear where the problem is at. But they just did not go ahead and focus on it. I was just sitting there like what was the focus of this? Because you're telling us something that we knew about.
That we already know.
That we already know. We know they went out there and bought all these companies. Like the majority, and we talked about this before, like the majority of all the other companies have done, like Ubisoft, Embracer, everyone else that bought all these studios, and now they're facing like, oh shit, development is taking way too long. The games aren't selling well. All the situation, right? Because basically, even Matt Piscatella says, I mean, what Matt Piscatella said the other day, what he said the other day was literally he literally explained to you what the problem is right there. With taking away day one games in Game Pass, because at the end of the day, nobody's going to buy them because everybody's playing this, you know? Yeah. So that's the thing, though. He even said what the problem is. People are playing these games. Now, the funny thing is, in that video, they pinpointed something, and I have talked about it so many times on this show, and I'm glad they pinpointed it, but again, they did not say what the problem was. For example, you remember when they mentioned the Call of Duty Black Ops 6 when it came to Game Pass, that all of a sudden it became a huge thing. A lot of people subbed.
Yeah, it did. Yeah,
it did. What did Call of Duty do for Game Pass though? Let's see. Because
there was no risk. I mean, you literally got in for a cheap price. Try the game. If it's shit, no big deal. If it's great, you play it. You know, people looked at it like that. That's how I looked at it. I was like, you know what? I normally drop $100 on this fucking bitch, and now I can actually play it for a cheaper price.
Yep.
And that's why I hopped in, and I enjoyed it.
And Sincere's got it, because Sincere's know where I was going to go, and it's true, though. This is what Sincere says. I'll say this. Game Pass will be 10 years old next year. How is it that Game Pass has been around this long and most of the general public still doesn't know what it is? That is so true.
It's the marketing. It's the marketing, man.
That's it. That's it. That's the problem right there when it comes to Game Pass.
They need to put it on every phone. They need to put it on YouTube. They need to put it on everything. They need to put it on billboards. They need to put it on buses. They need to put it on like crosswalks. They need to put it everywhere they can. Take up anything they can. Like seriously, because you know what? I talked to a new coworker that's working for the third shift, right? That they brought in for harvest to change our schedules to normal. He plays Xbox and he doesn't know what fucking Game Pass is.
Oh my god. Oh no.
He doesn't even fucking know, but he's an Xbox gamer and he loves Xbox games.
TJ, I have talked to people
on Twitch. My god. I told him I said, do you like Call of Duty? And he's like, yeah. I said, do you like Halo? Yeah. I said, do you buy those games? Yeah. I'm like, stop buying them. They're in fucking Game Pass. He's like, what's Game Pass?
Oh Lord. That's the thing, though, and
I broke it down for him, and he's like, "Oh no, shit, really?" And I said, "Yeah, for $15 or $22 a month, you can literally play it on any device, on the go, and resume your games."
So here's the thing, though, that oh man, the numbers, Louis. What do you mean? Says Scorpion.
It only takes 15 seconds. You only need a 15-second advertisement. I can explain Game Pass Ultimate.
Exactly. And the funny thing is, CJ, I even talk to people on Twitch. One day I was talking to someone on Twitch because this is me how I sometimes go out there and collect some info. And I remember I was just sitting there and listening to it while I was making the next day the show. When I was creating the show for the next day, and that person on Twitch said, "There's a game I want to play, and that is Beast of Reincarnation when it comes out." And I stay quiet. I'm just listening. And she says loud and clear, the thing is, by the time the game comes out, I'm going to wait for it for a sale, and I'm going to do this and all this stuff. I'm like, I just stay quiet for a bit and just let her speak. And then I go by and I say, but there's PC Game Pass. They're like, but isn't Game Pass? I mean, I didn't say PC Game Pass. There is Game Pass. I started typing it, and it's like, you don't have to pay for the full game. Just sign up to Game Pass. And she says, but isn't Game Pass an Xbox thing? I'm like, okay, this is a person that lives in Texas, mind you, or Texas or somewhere in the States. But they live somewhere in the States. I'm like, really? Not even in your home turf? I mean, this is why I keep saying and talk about it. Like, the marketing behind Xbox really needs to budge up and really needs to do something. And really needs to say, hey, look, we're here. We got this. And like I mentioned it earlier before, if Xbox decides to do the whole digital store thing, right? They got to really throw it out there. They got to really market it. They got to really market everything they got. Because if Xbox... Right?
My hometown newspaper can do marketing better than fucking Xbox, and they're tiny.
So basically, what Google Post is saying, it's all entertainment. Entertainment needs visibility and site coverage. So your answer is advertise more. Yep, that's what it needs to do. It just needs to advertise more.
They need to, because to be honest, you know what? Hold on. I'll explain like this, Google Post. Let's say Asha doesn't do a good enough job, and Microsoft gets rid of her. If they get rid of her and someone comes in that doesn't think outside the box and they're just a yes person to sucking Xbox's or Microsoft's dick, what will happen is they will come in and start shutting down studios. They will constrict them like they're fucking slaves and make them do whatever the fuck they want. And it'll be to the point where we'll get really shitty games. So unless if you want that, then yeah, I agree with you. No advertising. But if you want to not have that happen, then they need to advertise more. Because at the end of the day, Xbox is a subsidiary under Microsoft. Microsoft is the main honcho. At the end of the day, they make the money. They pay the bills. They own them. They own their asses. So if they want to get shit done, they have to go through Microsoft. If Microsoft's not happy, if Daddy's not happy, well then sorry, you're going on the street, kid. So
Google Poll says no, it's the market. People know they still don't care. Google Poll. The thing is that it's not.
A lot of people don't know.
A lot of people don't know. I mean, look, Google Poll, and I'm being serious though. I'm telling you, this conversation about the Game Pass on PC happened 3 months ago. 3 months ago. I mean, that person was literally telling everybody, I want to get me some reincarnation, but I'm going to wait for a sale because I got other stuff to play. I'm like, don't you use Game Pass? They're like, she's like, no. I don't know, but isn't Game Pass an Xbox thing? I was like, do you have Windows 11? It's like, yeah. Open it up and you'll see the Xbox symbol. Go ahead and you'll see you can sign in there and you can pay $23 a month or $20 a month and you get all these games in there. You don't have to do nothing else, just play the games. They're like, really? I'm like, yeah. That's it. And I had to explain to that person. So here I come around and say stuff like this, right? Why does it always have to be me that has to explain things when this company can do the explaining for itself? I mean, remember the Xbox is everywhere marketing thing? Didn't even explain much either. That was another failure attempt, but there was just no marketing behind Game Pass, and they really pushed it though. And if they don't push it, and if they don't keep on showing what they have or what product they have, we're not gonna go anywhere. And that's the main problem. I mean, we got a World Cup right here happening, and something that I said though, I was like, at least do like a commercial, say Xbox, FIFA in there. When people see that FIFA Xbox, they'll say, oh, so Xbox is here though, because kind of funny though, TJ, I hear a lot. So I'm not saying it fails. It's just the skill to. It's just it just has the skill to the market. Stop with the fucking marketing. People know. Only word of mouth only goes so far. 100% correct. Google Poll. Trust me. There's a lot of people out there doesn't know. I'm telling you, this is a person that lives in the States and not know that Game Pass was on PC. That's the problem. That's the problem. I mean, what do you think Forza Horizon was a bit more successful? Forza Horizon was more successful because, they literally went out there and really marketed more of the console and marketed more of the game. I mean, they had the guy from Fast and the Furious jumping in there showing you the game, and it sold 6 million copies. I mean, they did pretty well though. Then they're expecting the average person to be smart enough to understand what actually is good for them, is their best interest. The average person, oh Lord, and actively fights against a better deal. Okay, give me an example how they will market something concrete. How much should they spend on it? They should, shoot. I don't know how much they spend on it, but it should be out there though. But Google, the weird thing is, here's the thing though, and how do I know this, right? Let's use Netflix for an example. What did Netflix do? Netflix took out all video. What was it, TJ? All these rental storefronts. Netflix took them out. TJ, you're here? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so Netflix took all those video storefronts out, and Netflix was telling me, "Hey, invest over here because if you don't invest, you're going to be out." And they were like, "Nah, we don't believe in all this shit on everything." And Netflix took them out, and Netflix now has like 200, 300 million subscribers right now in this day and age. Because they did the thing, and everybody decided to copy the same thing when it's a subscription service. Netflix really pushed their product out there. And people went in there like, oh, technology, hey, let me sign up with this thing. And people sign up to Netflix and watch movies and TVs and everything. And I felt like Netflix really marketed themselves out there, and they did a really good job. Xbox, so they came up with Game Pass in 2018. And right now, the sub base should be at least 50 or 60 million. With everything they're putting in there, with all the content that's in there, it should be at 60, 70 million, especially for the price it was, Like, for example, when it was at $10, $14, $15, $16, it needs to grow even more, though. It needs to be higher, though. But I wouldn't expect to push Game Pass to the stars. And here's the thing, though, Google Poll, right now, they have an advantage, though. They have an advantage. And look, and this is another thing, though. And it's not me saying this too. I read a lot of stuff out there from fans. There are fans in Brazil. There are fans in Europe. There are fans out there that love Xbox. And even Boxenberger, who is a fan of Xbox, even said this. Y'all need to make more marketing in Germany. Y'all need to do this over here. Y'all need to do this over there. So when you sit down, you collect that data from people that you actually see out there and say stuff. It tells you that Xbox does not at all market their stuff like they should. That's it. They got to market it even more to get people in there. They got to. That's what they got to do. See, Sunrise says Xbox marketing in Europe is seriously lacking. I'm not against more advertising, but I would expect to push Game Pass to the stars. MS has to play hardball if they want this little market. I know they had to play hardball, but the only way they can play hardball is, to get this. Hold on a second. I am removing that.
You want to know what's funny? Google Poll keeps saying, "Oh, we don't need more marketing," but you know what?
Yes, we do.
But some sinners was sitting there saying, "Okay, then why do we see phone commercials for fucking Verizon, AT&T, and then also the other networks?" But they're already established, and we already know what they are. But they keep still pushing it through TV. It's like because it sells.
So Sincere says, "Y'all remember AOL? That wasn't so in the States that didn't know what AOL was. We all got them AOL free trial disc in the mall in the mail." Yeah, I remember that too. Wow, that's marketing to the stars, making sure everyone sees it. That is so true. They need to get in there. MS recently announced some of their marketing and lowered the budget. Laugh out loud.
Actually, you know what? The Duke of Death has got a good point.
What he says though?
Netflix was made an app. It originally started on the Xbox 360 because it was originally a formal disc company, and it started digitally on. It was if it wasn't for Xbox, Netflix wouldn't even be a streaming service. It would still be disc. It'd be like Redbox. So everybody that says, "Oh, well, Netflix is the king," it's like you gotta thank Microsoft for that because they were only on the 360. They weren't on PlayStation.
So Google Poll, look what you're saying right here. The mistake is you have to beat the shit out of PS. You can't be nice in the market that you be to be number one. Look,
I agree with Google Poll on that. You do.
But here's the thing though, Google, and this is what I'm saying though. You want to beat look, in order to beat the shit out of this, you gotta beat yourself in here, because pause. I know that sounded wrong, but here's the thing though. if yes, it did. I know it sounded wrong. Sorry, Chad. I know it sounded wrong. But look, the thing is,
beat the shit out of yourself.
You gotta beat the shit out of yourself. What I mean is, you gotta push your limits in there. What do I mean by push your limits? Okay, well, it's like this. You all remember what I said about these studios they bought, right? Remember what I said about these studios they bought and the whole Bungie thing? How the Bungie dude, put his feet up. And he was like, "Oh, Sony wants this to happen." And, they were like just chilling like right here, checking up the cell phone. Okay, they want this. Okay, then add this right here. Just kept on checking, whatever. And that's what I mean, though. It's like, if you don't push yourself to the limit as a company and beat the odds for what's going on right now, then you cannot defeat anything else. You got to start beating yourself up to go out there and challenge everything that comes out. And the thing is that PlayStation, right, because they think that 92 million consoles was the answer, right? Was the answer to the problems. They think this was a win. And I keep on saying, what? And this is my saying, like I said it on here. With 92 million consoles, why do they keep shutting down studios? Why do they keep doing this? Why do they keep doing that? What does that tell you? That's not the answer, though. That's not the answer to the situation that's going on right now. The situation right now is you got to get people out there to come buy your software, to come buy your product, to come do this and come do that. And if you don't start doing that, then what are we doing over here? Because at the end of the day, though, Microsoft says, okay, we're here. We got a product, but yet literally 60% of the people out there says Xbox doesn't have any games. Xbox doesn't have anything. It doesn't play anything. They believe that PlayStation is the only place that they have games when it comes down to the console thing. I said 60%. I think it's lower, but you know what I mean, though. But yeah, that's what it is, though. I mean, they really got to go out there. They got to beat themselves up and say, okay, look, we cannot be in this place. We got to push more. Let's focus on pushing more the marketing. Let's push this console out there. Let's push this Game Pass out there, because we need to get the subs in here for Game Pass to grow. We got to show everyone we're here for gaming. We got to show them that we are going to be the best out there in gaming. They really got to do that, though. So it says here, MS doesn't own PC. True. I think post-millennials will get more into Game Pass, but these kids are still under 20. Yes, I believe that too. Daniel Lazaro says, but that's just announced Fallout 3 New Vegas remasters. Really, they did? Oh, that's wait a minute. Wait. So you're telling me
I don't remember them saying that it was
let
going
me
to be
go.
New Vegas remastered.
It probably got announced now. Hold on, TJ. Let's wait.
Maybe if it got announced right now, yeah, but as of yesterday, no.
Oh God. Oh shoot. Well, let me go see. It probably did, though. I mean, I never say no. So let me go see, because it's probably out there in the news, and Let's see what we can find. If they announce that, though, because all I know is that we're going to get a new Fallout game. That's what I know as of now. But yeah, I mean, if you have it out there, just send it in there. Oh, here we go. Verizon announced a round of layoffs Thursday will impact about 3,000 employees in corporate-owned retail stores. The latest move for the new CEO Dan Schoen's plan to transform the mobile provider. Oh, so wait, hold on. Let's stop right there. Let's get the hate on this. Come on, media, go. Go ahead, media, go. 3,000, that's 200 less than Xbox. Go. Say it's bad, it's awful. Go ahead, assholes. Man, I just saw that, but no, I'm not seeing the news. But if you see it though, Bethesda teases Fallout 5 soon after. Yeah, drop it in the chat though. If you see it, drop it in the chat so I can read about it and throw it out here. If that's true though. No, the people on PC don't hate MS. That's BS.
Yeah,
I should just tweet it and Todd. I should just tweet it. It says let it. All right, sweet. Let me go get it. All right, I should just tweet it. Where is Asha? Man, what you doing on my Twitter, Asha? Man, Asha, I have the bell turned on here. All right, so it says your tower shares plans for the Fallout. Let me post this right here so we can read it all together, chat, because I like to read it together with you, my friends. Yes.
Honestly, Obsidian needs to create a new Fallout New Vegas, and I think they should just keep doing Fallout New Vegas games because they're really good at Fallout New Vegas.
Thank you for that, Yobi, and thank you for that, Daniel. So sweet of you guys telling me this because breaking news. So it says here, Todd Howard just shared plans for the Fallout, the Elder Scrolls Starfield franchises. These worlds earned a special place in hundreds of millions of people over the many years. I'm looking forward to what's next, including the partnership with Obsidian with a new Fallout game and closer collaboration with ZeniMax Online Studios on the Elder Scrolls. The achievements on these franchises are remarkable. The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim has crossed 65 million units sold, becoming one of the 10 best-selling games of all time. Fallout 4 has also crossed 35 million units sold, joining the top 25, and Starfield will soon reach over 1 billion hours played. Holy smokes. Damn. So
that's a lot of hours.
So a note from Bethesda Game Studios, because you remember what we talked about earlier about that these guys are out there trying to throw bad news all over the place. They're trying to throw bad news all over the place. As I tweeted, F them ponies. Exactly. Not ponies itself, media in general. Fucking media, man. So we love making worlds as much as you love playing in them. Today, we want to share what's next for Bethesda Game Studios and what can you expect from us in the years ahead. Sweet. For 40 years, we've built games that entertain almost 500 million people. Sweet. More than just games, these are worlds for you to explore, shape, and make your own. Worlds we return together. That's what driving us forward. We're investing more deeply in the games worlds players love, giving creators a bigger role in shaping their experiences, and bringing our teams closer together so we can get our games into our hands sooner, support them longer, and continue building them alongside you for decades to come. Starfield continues. All right, with over 17 million players logging almost 1 billion hours to date, Starfield remains an important part of the future. As we enter year 3, we'll continue to expand the settled systems with new stories, targeting gameplay improvements and additional updates. While preparing for the launch for this new Starborn content next year, more than 40% of the players already have customized their experience through creations, and will continue investing in creators and giving players new ways to make Starfield their own. Created by players. We believe from the beginning of our worlds belong not only to the people who make them, but also to the people who play them. That we've long provided players with tools to create their own experiences dating back to the Morrowind construction sets. This year marks another major milestone for creations with the expansion to Fallout 4. Joining Skyrim and Starfield, we're proud to see creators have already earned more than 10 million in royalties from the work. Sweet. So, the future of Fallout. Fallout is one of their biggest providers. Fallout 5 remains our long-range destination, and we have multiple Fallout projects in active development right now. Cool. So here we go. So it says here, Fallout 76 continues to be the home to millions of players exploring Appalachia together. With nearly 70 free updates released to date, the journey is far from over. And the fact we have a major Fallout 76 expansion plan for the next year, Raven Rock, a prequel to Fallout 3, Fallout 4, the most award-winning game in the franchise, just celebrated 10-year anniversary and recently passed over 35 million copies sold, continue to attract a new audience every year because of the TV show. Sweet. That's good. We also know many players want to revisit previous Fallout experiences. While we're not announcing any dates today, we have been working on remasters for both Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. Thank you fucking God. Asha, thank you. Thank you.
Hey, Bond Zombie. Hey, I'm gonna have to go against you on that, dude. You're saying just because they made New Vegas doesn't mean it'll be just good. I disagree. They have the original director that made Fallout New Vegas, and he's still there. So wrong. Sorry, but under the right management, it's definitely going to be the same.
So it says here, Fallout Shelter continues, and I'll catch over to you, chat, continues to be the most popular way to experience Fallout on the go. And more than 250 million players. There's more ahead of Fallout Shelter, including new seasons and unsubscribed Fallout Shelter television project is also in the works with our partners at Amazon Studio and Kettler Films. Sweets. We'd like to congratulate Kettler Films and Amazon Studios on the 10th Emmy nominees for Fallout Season 2. Production on Season 3 is already underway. Okay. And while we won't host a traditional Fallout Day broadcast this year, you. We're already planning something special for Fallout 30th anniversary in 2027, where Fallout Day will be released, celebrated live in Washington, D.C. Studio collaboration. Wow, this is a long-ass tweet. And they had to do this because
what? You want to know what's funny? Everybody kept giving her shit before she started and said, oh, she's not going to be transparent. She's not going to be transparent. Dude, she's giving us fucking diaries.
Yeah, she
it's a lot of fucking reading.
Yes, it is. So, a lot of reading though. So this is good though.
It's good. You know what? Most companies can sit there and say, take it or just do something else. But she's actually being transparent.
Yep.
So be happy and shut up, guys, because to be honest, I have not seen Xbox do this in a long time.
Yeah.
So
That's the thing
honestly,
with media, media keeps on throwing stuff at them, man. And I'm like, bro, look, we already know about the layoffs and restructuring. Why don't you go and turn the page around and focus on what's going on with digital? We want to hear more about the digital situation. I mean, if they want the clicks, instead of you guys trying to fade away from it, because what I'm seeing is you guys are interviewing people out there to get an answer, to try to calm down these PlayStation fanboys. You guys are not going to calm down like this. The only way to calm down is if PlayStation goes out there and says what they have to say, which they have not said anything. So let's keep going. Let's keep reading, though. And while we host a traditional Fallout, okay, we already read that. So studio collaboration. The Wasteland Studio continues to expand as we team up once again with our longtime friends at City Entertainment. We're happy to confirm that they're working with us on a new Fallout project. We'll have more to share in the future. We're also bringing our teams together across Bethesda Cinemax Online Studios. We'll partner closely with Bethesda Game Studios on the Elder Scrolls franchise, while continuing to deliver incredible new experience for Elder Scrolls Online Season 1, Return of Thieves Guild recently launched. And the team has more planned for the future. By aligning more directly across the franchise, we can create even better experience for players. Bringing our teams closer together is helping us build a stronger foundation for everything we create next. The Elder Scrolls and Beyond. The foundation extends beyond our teams to the technology, tools, and systems that will power the next gen of Bethesda RPGs. Our teams are now developing the Elder Scrolls 6 and qualified on Creation Engine 3, a shared technology platform we've been building since Starfield's launch. Please, oh please, please, oh please, make the graphics better like the DLSS 5 did. You guys, I got the power to do that because, I mean, even though I know a lot of people hated the DLSS 5 and it could be everything they want, but man, it really did change how the characters look. It looked amazing, though. It allows our team to support multiple projects simultaneously with new tools, rendering, and systems that define our games. Fallout 5 is currently in pre-production. The Elder Scrolls 6 is our primary development focus today, with the majority of the team currently working on the next chapter of the franchise. Hold on a second. It's a lot of reading. With over 65 million copies sold, players are still exploring Skyrim 15 years later. But we know it's been a very long wait for the sequel. You gotta love reading this though. Wait for the sequel. The next chapter is on the way, where we plan to be loving how it looks and playing it every day. The road ahead. Across Bethesda Game Studios, we're building for the future of Fallout, The Elder Scrolls, and Starfield. We're investing in technology, bringing teams together, supporting our live games, expanding into a new forms of entertainment, and developing the next generation of Bethesda RPGs. We couldn't be more excited for what's ahead and wanted to share as much as we could today. And we can't thank you enough for all you've given us and these worlds, and we can't wait to continue them together, Bethesda Game Studios. So, wow. That was a lot, though. Woo! To read
You want to
in
know
there.
what's funny? Everybody was saying that. Everybody was saying, well, you know what? Turn 10's not making any games anymore because they're doing the live service Forza game, Forza Motorsport. So they're probably going to be shut down, or they're going to be turned into a support studio for Forza Horizon. I'm like,
Probably so.
you do realize whenever they innovate and add new stuff to the Forza Tech engine, that gets passed down to Playground Games. If they were to stop innovating with their own game, Playground doesn't get that luxury anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Because Playground Games plays on the older version of whatever they get as a hand-me-down.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
So I laughed when I heard that. I heard that in a party chat, and I've heard that on a podcast. And I'm like, you guys are fucking idiots. I'm like, there's no way in hell there's no way in hell they're gonna stop making Forza Motorsport games or shut down the studio or make them a what's it called, support studio. They're too talented. Why would you do that? Unless you merge them. Unless if you merge them. What do you think about that, Louis? That's the only way I could see it working is if they merged Playground Games and Turn 10.
If they merge, if they actually do something, I mean, they can. I mean, if they merge all together and do something fabulous, I mean, that'd be a good idea. But look,
like merge the studios, like the development and everything.
But they're probably working together though, because Turn 10.
They do work together. I mean, you load up Forza every time it says Turn 10 Studios, but I'm saying because everybody keeps saying, well, they're going to be shut down because Microsoft's going to eventually sit there and look at them and say, well, you're not making any more money or you're not making enough.
So Harry Boss has said, impossible to get 100 million subs on Xbox. Anyone that wants Game Pass and Xbox already has it. Listen, look, I can never say never when it comes down to this.
Go back to the beginning of the podcast. I told Louis that a guy at my work that just got hired, that's working with me. He has Xbox and he didn't even know about Game Pass because he doesn't watch TV. So he had no fucking idea.
But people know.
I just saved him $400 because he plays like 4 or 5 games that are on Game Pass, but he doesn't have Game Pass.
He didn't have it because even though they see it on the screen, though, their body says, "Oh, subscribe to Game Pass. You play all these wonderful games." They're like, I don't know what's in there though, because they just don't. Because people just don't sit there and search for stuff and try to understand what the system can do, unless if the system comes out and tries to explain it to them. Because again, you gotta really push it though.
He thought it was a third party service kind of like
Yeah.
Ubisoft Plus and shit.
Oh God.
And I told them, I said, no, it's from Xbox, and it's first party games are day one.
Let's keep it going. To even play on PC, you need MS. It's no brainer. Bethesda said they are working on a new game. We might see in them for like 8 years, laugh aloud. I think, Harry, with Asha in there, I don't think they're gonna take too long though, because Asha.
Yeah.
Asha.
I mean, look what they did with State Decay.
One of the things that Asha is willing to do and willing to push is that they're trying to better off the workflow. She really said that. She wants to get things, to come quicker. So she's going to try to better up the workflow so they don't take that long to develop games. And here's the thing, though, funny enough, because if you sit there and you look at Obsidian games versus Bethesda games, like look at Avowed. What is the difference between Avowed and Elder Scrolls? For example, graphically, they kind of look the same. Kind of, like I said, kind of look the same. Story-wise,
but one has multiplayer.
Well, okay, but hold on. So, Avowed, right? You see that it basically is like a Skyrim. Well, pretty much it's like a Skyrim. And look how fast those guys work. I mean, those guys pumped up 6 games in 7 years. They're in Microsoft.
Yeah,
6
Grounded.
Games. Grounded, Outer Worlds 1, Outer Worlds 2, if you want to add Outer Worlds in there. Pentiment, Grounded 2, and Outer Worlds 2. I mean, plus Avowed. 6, like I said, 6 games. This guy's really pumped up content, though. So,
they're a multitasking studio.
They do pretty well, though. The Fallout 3 remaster must have been fake. No, it was not fake, though. Now they're saying it's going to come out, though. Tomorrow says the Fallout 5, a new Fallout by Obsidian, nothing coming soon. But yeah, I think that will be out there soon, though. I think Obsidian would announce it probably like in 2 years ahead and be like, hey, here it is. It's coming out this time of year. What's up?
Remember when everybody was complaining about these games taking so damn long? And then Asha came out and made a statement saying, well, you want to know why they take so long? It's because there's 15, what's it called? Like tiers of like management that a game has to get greenlit through. And she said, Halo's got it the worst. She said, that's why you haven't seen a Halo game in 6 years. And before that, another 7 years. She's like, the reason why is she said she wants to cut it down the most five tiers of people to approve it. Or if she wants to, she said 2 or 3. She said, this is not healthy. She's like, this, you know what? If one person agrees, the next person doesn't, the next person agrees,
so
they're not going to get anywhere. So they're just going to can it.
So Kirby says
that's what she explained.
Remasters, wow. How about a new dang game? So here's the thing, though, Kirby. Look, right now, they are capitalizing on what's happening, though. Like Fallout 4, though, sold a ton after the first season of the TV show, and it keeps on selling a ton. So it's when season 3 comes out and they have New Vegas ready and all that stuff, and basically, from what I have heard from a lot of people, and I'm willing to play New Vegas. I have never played New Vegas, but everybody keeps on telling me, no, I never played it. When it came out,
shame on you. You're a fucking fraud.
How am I a fucking fraud because I did not play a game? Shut up.
You need to play it, dude. It's the best Fallout. It's the best Fallout.
I'm going to play it once the remaster comes out.
I played all the Fallouts, and I like New Vegas. New Vegas is.
So that way,
it's got the best story. It's got the best story.
So that way, it can change my mind about Fallout, because I try to play Fallout 4, go through Fallout 4, but it gets to a point like, I'm tired. Move on. It's
the fact that it's in Vegas. You'll like it. It's totally different. You'll see, because it's Obsidian. It's not Bethesda. So
all right, let's see.
It's gonna be different.
So they're gonna try to catch up with that while they work on the other Fallout games that are going to come out, though. Fallout New Vegas is the best one for sure. Sweet. That's like going to McDonald's, but I never heard of a Big Mac.
read what Pickles said.
But because I'm definitely pumped out more content than PlayStation 2.
No. Go down. Most recently.
Coming from the guy who doesn't want to play Indica again. Man, asshole. I'm not playing that shit again. What? Listen, Pickles, why don't you... Pickles, if you love Indica so much, why don't you play it? Go ahead. I dare you. Play it. Go live like I did and endure those 4 hours of playing that bullshit game. Indica the Nun game, oh my God. Ooh. Oh, Lord. But listen, this is actually good news, because at the end of the day, she's actually working on stuff that people actually wanted. Because look.
Go Poe. I love all the Fallouts, but New Vegas is the best by far in terms of like more stuff you can do. And the story is just way better.
Now they need
more
Phoenix
grounded.
out to remaster Fallout 1 and 2. Hey, that could be it. But I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know about that one, though. That could be it, though. I mean, it can happen, though. I love Fallout 4 and 76.2. 76 a ton of laureates and the most grim, too. But honestly,
Liquid Pickles wrote.
You want me to? No, I don't. No. Listen. You play. Don't tell. It's not because you just keep on talking about Indica. I'm just saying, go play it. Once you play it, come back here and you'll be like, Louis, you were right. That is the most god awful game I have ever played in my life. But
You know what? It's up there with Gollum and Concord.
No. Listen, Golem is the worst game ever made. But this, listen. Where Golem is the worst game ever played. I did not play Golem because it is the worst game ever made. I'm not going to go through that punishment, though. But Indica, though, it was a good game with a good score, as they say, but it was not a good game at all. Like I said, the final thing you do in that game is literally jerk something. That's what you do. I'm not going to tell you what you jerk, but wait till you get there and you'll see what you're going to do. Like, what? I played this whole game for this shit? Oh, my God.
Hey, loud boys. The market share for GameStop. I know Microsoft invested 51%. Majority stock. They did it to get Xbox marketing into, and also they wanted to put all the Windows, all the PCs. Like they wanted all Windows. They all wanted it like Microsoft tablets. Microsoft Surface. And they basically they did it to save GameStop because GameStop was going to file for bankruptcy. Remember?
Yeah, I know.
So that's why.
Look, I heard PlayStation's in trouble again. They are sacrificing game developers. Huh? Really? I mean, you heard that? You know what I heard too? I heard that media is not focusing on PlayStation. They should though. John TJ, you need to center the OG logo. My OCD is getting triggered. Yep. You need to recenter that logo though. It looks like it's cross-eyed though. Yeah, you're off by a couple centimeters, my friend.
How do I change it in this without leaving?
I don't know. Just leave it like that.
There we go. Name and avatar. Okay.
Yeah. How did you know Chris is a little more handsome than John TJ? I do not know if I'm more handsome than TJ though. I know it. Look, listen, TJ is ugly as hell though. He's my very good best friend, but he's ugly as hell though. I always give him shit.
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. So every time I go there to sell PS or Nintendo shit. Yeah, that's the thing though. I hate those places because like I said, I think Sony gives them a commission though. That's why they keep on pushing, Sony stuff in there. I believe that. I seriously do. And I have no doubt, especially with all the stuff that came out. Now we know Sony sponsors some of these sites. No wonder they're out for Xbox. I mean, look, you want to know something? This right here, right in this situation. T just sent me an article this morning. Right here, what we saw today. This was the article T just sent me. Let me go get it. 1 sec. Oh, shoot. I got to order my food. All right, hold on.
That's just random. Oh, yeah, I got this article right here. Oh, I got to get food.
Yeah, thank you. I got to go order some food before 11. Hold on a second. Wait up, chat. Wait up, chat. 1 second. I'm getting a response from a place that I have rented. Hold on. Hold on. But yes, you see this article right here? You see this article right? This whole thing that they tweeted out is, look, Cinemax Online Studios leadership to exit as part of one of Xbox cuts. That's game file. This was posted. Well, that was posted 2 days ago, though. But okay. But like for the past couple of days,
I'm gonna change the picture. I'm just gonna make it
So the past couple of days, what they've been doing is they're trying to make it sound like with everyone that's left the studio and everything that's going on, or the layoffs and everything, it's like they're making it sound like it's about to shut down. But they are scared to use the word shut down. And it's like, remember what I told you guys? that media, instead of you guys shutting this down or shutting this other thing or say layoffs and they won't be the same, why don't y'all come out and just say in general, Xbox will shut down? Just say it. And once you guys say it, I'm gonna watch how Xbox comes back and kicks you all in the butt. I'm gonna have some fun with that. So yeah, let me go see if I can order my food. Hold on, chat. Here you go. Hello, el menú de hoy. All right, so let's see if I can get the menu so I can put my orders in, because it takes a long time to get here.
And put a picture of my Jeep. Screw it.
¿En qué le podemos, hold on, chat, en qué le podemos ayudar? Yeah, I'm getting a message from a place that we have rented. So yes. All right. So back to this while they respond, and at least if I can get my food menu in, because I got to order before 11. But yeah, this basically shut down all the BS that was going on out there. And it's funny enough because look, these guys have spent their time just talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. Everything Microsoft. Wait, people are still mad about Sony.
Then Microsoft either did a contract with GameStop. I remember they invested a shit ton of money, and it was a lot. Like it was absurd when they did it, because it was 50% something, and when you go in there now, there's more Xbox marketing, and there's definitely now it's all Windows shit. They changed a lot of shit in GameStop, because GameStop is now thriving compared to being on bankruptcy right now, because they're supposed to be gone. Right now they'd be gone, especially after the pandemic. But yeah, they're still there. So yeah, Microsoft saved their ass. I changed my picture to my Jeep instead, because it was not letting me adjust the fucking Xbox.
There you go. There you go. That 5-cent Jeep. Let's go.
My Jeep's really nice.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It is. It swallows a lot of gas. No, it's yeah.
Now it gets 30 miles to a gallon.
Yeah, everybody knows me. Once my food gets in here, I go out. I go eat. No, I haven't eaten anything. I don't eat in the morning, guys. I don't eat. What I do is I usually eat like around noon, and then I eat when I come home after I ride a long bicycle ride throughout. 40 miles of bicycle is a lot, though. Gee, you should be able to go on a bike too. Ride bicycle. It's good exercise.
Dude, you know how much weight I've lost? I went from 240 down to 203. Just in 2 months. Just in 2 months, and that's just from sweating, man.
You're still a fat ass though. So
I weigh less than you, motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm younger than you.
Damn. Damn.
It's okay, Louis. I love you, bud.
Damn, he had to throw that shit out there. He just said, I'm younger than you, we're less than you. Asshole.
Yeah.
Let me go get it. Why so serious? Who was the super chat? Let me go get it. Oh, here it is. Thank you for that. Why so serious with a $2 super chat? He says, Louis, you look like the toad from Kung Pao. Who's the toad in Kung Pao? Am I missing something?
Dude, you almost made me spit out my fucking energy drink.
Oh wait, who's the toad though? Toad?
Look it up. I can't really look it up because it'll take
Kung Fu Panda. Toad.
It'll take me out of the stream if I try to look it up on my phone.
So no, because I'm looking for Kung Pao. Who's Toad in Kung Pao? Kung Pao, who is Toad? No, they just added Toad. I'm lost here. You lost me though. You lost me though. I don't remember Toad and Kung Pao though. I remember when Blow says my finger points.
Hey, Pickles, you need to come on the podcast. What Pickles said.
You shouldn't talk shit to TJ though. I had to talk shit. I always talk shit to TJ.
He always does. It's just brotherly love. That's all it is.
Brotherly love. We talk shit to each other.
Yeah.
Crazy Toad Louis. Wait, the boss fight in the end, he turns into a toad? No, he does not.
Crazy Toad Louis.
No, wait a minute. No. He does not. What he does is he takes off the. Wait, was there a compound video game or something? Crazy Louis look like Braveheart. Thank you. See, now this is what I want to hear. I look like Mel Gibson. There you go, Mel Gibson. Sweet, Mel Gibson. There you go. But no, he never turned into a toad though. What movie are you talking about though? Does
Fucking what Legendary Yobi said.
What did he say though? Smart Louis, 12 noon is the starting window to consume, and 4 a.m. to 12 noon is where your body releases fluid and waste. But how come I always release it in the morning though? Damn. I mean, every morning I wake up, I gotta release that out. Go out. Because if not, I'm gonna have a rough day though.
Yeah.
So let's see. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Luis Caroline. 1 second, chat. Because this is business stuff. Yeah. So what's up? We're gonna
so chat. What do you guys think? Do you think Xbox is doing okay, or do you think they're fumbling because they don't know how to market worse shit? Because a high school can market better than them.
To be honest, though, once they pull back on the price, that's the first thing. And my belief is with Asha.
Louis, you got a little admirer. Loud boy likes you.
Let me flex. All right. See? All right. So, like I'm saying, though, I believe Asha is doing what she's got to do, TJ. I mean, look, I remember remember one thing I mentioned the other day about these studios, though, that, they got, because they're making it sound like, okay, Asha put these studios onto the side, to go independent and all this stuff.
No, they could still do partnerships with them. That's what everybody doesn't understand. They're like, oh, well, they got sold, so they're not going to do any work with Microsoft anymore. Not true. Money talks, dude. Who gives a shit? At the end of the day, money talks. That's the biggest thing people got to understand. It's not about friendship or partnership. Money moves everything.
I'll give you an example. And this is something that Joey has even said. Not me. This is Joey talking. Joey said something important the other day. That he sometimes watches these what's it called?
He lives in no man's land where they own PlayStations and no Xboxes.
So Joey, he's in no Xbox lands. Yeah, that's true though. So Joey said this. He said that every time he watches like a competition, let's say there's a big competition in soccer, right? In between, let me give you something. Argentina and Colombia. Let's say they're having a competition, right? And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you see in like the halftime, you see PlayStation do a video, right? Then you see God of War, Kratos. You see Spider-Man. You see Bobby from Bob's Land, whatever. I don't know, whichever
it's even on the TVs. It's on the TVs in the stadiums, like just
so
even on the billboards.
All of a sudden, you see all those characters playing soccer, kicking the ball in, and then they say FC Club or whatever, or the best place to play a soccer game over here, or whatever. That they're literally saying this is the box where you can buy and play soccer at, and then people will be like, okay, let me go buy it, because that's what you do. You tell people here, this is where I'm at. And that's why, believe it or not, PlayStation, why so serious with the $2 super chat? He says, sorry, wrong movie, Kung Fu Hustle. Oh. Damn. You're telling me I look like that one guy who says, if you whistle to the snakes, they won't do nothing to you? Oh, God. Oh, God. I don't know what he's talking about. God dang it. I mean, how come you always got to go the wrong route, though?
Come on, guys. We can only pick on Louis for so long. Okay, new rule. We can only pick on him for 20 minutes. After that, you got to be nice to some bitch, okay?
For new rule for 20 minutes? Oh, that's not it. Listen, that's a long time, though, TJ. Let's put it in 30 seconds, because that means that...
I know, but it's better than the whole podcast.
But they can
type better than the whole
they can type, because here's the thing, though. They can type words in 3 seconds, though, and bully me, and that will count not even as a minute, though. So, man, that's not cool. So, like I was saying, though, right? Like I was saying, hold on. Still not getting the message from the food, though. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Local La Plaza donde tenemos sucursales. Okay, got it. Good. I thought it was something else. So, yeah.
Why aren't you eating hash browns?
So wait, are you telling me I'm in Shaolin Soccer? I'm the dude that flies up in the air, you know, and with them Reebok pumps? Oh man, come on, guys, not be picked on. Why did I cut my hair? He's straight past out getting a haircut. See, why did I cut my hair? Now Chaz be gonna pick on me all morning. But yeah, but PlayStation's focus though is marketing. They market more than anything out there. Those guys market themselves. And Xbox got to catch up on their marketing, and they got to push it over there. And I'm not saying for those to compete against PlayStation marketing. No. What I'm saying is push yourself, beat yourself up, put yourself out there, show everyone we're here, show that we have games, show that we have Game Pass, and you're gonna see people like, oh, this is interesting. Let me go see what this is about, though. So, Laos boys,
you want to know what's
what? What would be cool?
You want to know what's crazy?
What's crazy? Besides
PlayStation does.
That's what? TJ, you there?
PlayStation's known for their marketing, and Xbox is known for their innovation.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the key difference between those two companies.
Yeah. And they gotta be an innovation and market at the same time. So go, push, let's go. Push, my friends. Push.
Yeah, that's like asking someone with a fucking like a bad leg to try to walk.
Yeah.
It's hard with Xbox, dude.
Yeah, that's what it is. I don't know where all the marketing for PS is supposed to be. I haven't seen anything outside marketing on YouTube ads. Oh, I see. There's been a lot though.
Because they don't have nothing to fucking market. They don't have any first party games. All of them are in development.
But they because remember one thing though, they said it loud and clear. We're the third party box now. They're not exclusive anymore.
Yeah, because you gotta remember, Jim Ryan fucked them over so bad. He said to all the studios that made single player games, you're all gonna make online service games. And then now, do you realize when you even started development of that, that's at least 2 years, and then you cancel it and you say, okay, go make single player games. Now you got 1 year. Because Louis, remember, you said you had your game developer friends that came on. Remember, they said it took 6 months to draw the idea, like the plot of the game, before they went into development. So 3 years before it actually goes into full development, and so you're not going to see these games for 7 years. The only one that's going to be making games is Insomniac and the creators of Gran Turismo. That is it. I'm sorry, but
here's the funny thing, though. Check this out. Look at this. How many games? You ready for this?
Be nice. Read what Wes was serious said.
Like asking below to oh, damn. So look, here we go.
That's mean.
It's always the games you need exclusive to sell and the damn brand. It's just business. Oh my God, it's not rocket science. We know.
Yeah, we know that, Google Po, but the average person that doesn't consume gaming knowledge or go on podcasts or goes on YouTube to look for gaming news or information about their games.
That's what I mean, though. See,
they don't know.
Look what Malcolm Lex is saying. Xbox is getting better marketing. I'm seeing a lot of it. Says, turn on my TV, more works.
Yeah, now.
I'll be honest with you. Look,
it's been 20 fucking years. It's been 20 fucking years.
For example, I love that every time I go on my Amazon Fire Stick, I turn it on, I see Forza. Like, oh, there's Forza. Oh, there's the Xbox Showcase. Oh, and it's been going on for like 3 or 4 months, though. I'm like, ooh, nice. And Forza, how long has it been released for? Like 2 or 3 months now. So I'm loving it how they're pushing, the budgets over here.
They need to do a marketing. They need to do an advertisement where they just say, if you want to play the biggest titles, play them in Game Pass.
Here's what's funny, though. After I see all these guys for the past couple of weeks trolling and saying things about Xbox, look at them now.
Yeah.
Asher Sharma came out with it. Now they're like, oh, we love Xbox. So now we're back to loving Xbox. Hold on, I got my menu here. Let me get it.
Dude, you know what they're like? They're like a battered wife, like that just keeps going back to the abuser that just keeps beating the shit out of her. And it's like, oh, I'll be a good wife. I'll be a good wife. And he's like, I don't give a shit. So these guys are just fucking repeat. They're so submissive. They just go there and they're like, oh well, Xbox is bad. Then the next day they're like, oh, Xbox, forgive us. It's like, dude, what are you? Make up your fucking mind. You're either you're down the middle or you're just one or the other. Just stop this little game you're playing, because nobody's seeing your bullshit. A lot of people don't look at your shit. If you were down the middle, you would have huge amount of traffic coming into your news outlets. But since you don't go down the middle, you're fucking yourself.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem that I see out here is that, like I said, though, for the past 3 weeks, I mean, let me see. Maybe I'm wrong, though. One was the week, it was, no, for the past 2 weeks, sorry, not 3. We're almost heading to 3 weeks because for me it's been long because it's like every day, TJ, I wake up. Or, we talk about the morning news. And then the afternoon comes and I see it rinses and repeats. And it's been like, and then you got this guy doing podcasts now, which is Schreier, and oh my God, that voice, oh God, you just no, sorry, or going out there just talking for like 30 minutes, like no, please don't, and you got him talking out there, throwing a lot of stuff in there. And then you got this other guys writing articles about it. Then you got this other guys writing articles about it. And then you got this other guys writing an article about another thing. And it's everything bad about Xbox. The layoffs happened last week. Get it out of the way. We got to focus on, and I even said this, focus on what's digital rights, because that is the biggest topic at this very moment. But the thing is, these media sites are trying to shove things to Xbox and trying to fade away what's going on with Sony and the physical, though. All I know is one thing, though. These PlayStation fanboys are not letting this go. They're fighting this like crazy. I'm enjoying it because at the end of the day, finally they're finding something for it. But man, that's what y'all need to be talking about more. Like, you remember, TJ, about the guy who went out there on social media and he said, hey, Xbox, you took away this. Okay, cool. They took away.
There's nothing wrong with criticism as long as it's constructive criticism. If you're just saying shit, then I'm sorry, you're fucking dumbass.
He went out there and he posted, right, the situation. Hey, look, I lost my content. This happened to me. I'm mad about it. Xbox, you got to do something about it, right? And I'm glad, he went out there and said this so people can take a look at this and be like, whoa, this is not a good thing. And guess what happened? Xbox came back right away, like literally pretty much the same day, and said, okay, look, we're going to try to do it. Listen, I'm going to send you some messages. Let's go over here. Let's try to fix this. And you know what? I did not see articles like update this shit. Like there was someone that just put update. But they did not write an article saying, man, Xbox customer service came back and is really helping this dude solve his problem. Props on Xbox. They're not saying that, though. But I was like, yo, they responded. They came out there and said something. They're trying to help this guy get his account back, get his pictures, get everything. I mean, that's nice of them for doing that. Well, if it was PlayStation, though, they wouldn't say shit like they're doing with the whole, situation. Unless if you have connections, like someone out there named Colin, which he got his account hacked, and he got connections. I pushed it, and now they're trying to solve the problem by hiring someone. I'm like, really? It's going to take PlayStation a long time to solve this problem with the hacking and stuff like that. So that's what I mean.
They've been getting hacked since they were first fucking born. The problem is they have terrible security. I would not put a card on their fucking shit at all. Not even a gift card, because gift cards nowadays are even getting ripped off. I got a $50 gift card from my mom for my birthday.
Yeah.
I didn't open it. I opened it like a month later. It's never been scratched. Okay. I entered the code. It said it was already redeemed. Someone somehow hacked it. Like they did. They had a system that went in and found the code, and then they typed it in and redeemed it before I even got to redeem it.
And so
be careful, guys.
Yeah, it's getting crazy out there. So that's the thing, though. So his account got hacked, and at least Microsoft responded to help him out. And I hope that they solved the problem with him, and I hope he's happy that he got his stuff back. Right? I hope they actually did solve it. But the thing is, though, like, they went out there bashing, and this dude says, "Oh, I wrote it to regulators now because I've been writing regulators about the situation because you guys keep doing this." I'm like, "Oh, so now you write to regulators, but you're not writing to regulators about the whole digital storefront problem that we have over here, because that's the main topic you guys should be talking though." And that's my main issue. My main issue is, like, I feel out there, and each day I wake up and look for news, I feel like you guys are just looking for news to bash Xbox to hide the Sony situation. Stop hiding from it. Bring it up. Oh no, that's going to affect your sponsorship? Well, that's your problem. But that's the thing you guys need to talk about. Because at the end of the day, what happens if Sony decides to pull sponsorship on you guys? What are you guys going to do? Trash it? It's going to be your fault because you weren't honest back in the day. So keep it going, guys. I mean, just keep going with the BS. We're going to call the BS out here, which is, again, content for us. But again, it's been rinse and repeat this past 2 weeks with the Xbox layoffs. Oh, it is dead. Oh, Ubisoft, ZeniMax is dead online. Elder Scrolls Online just lost all these people. Oh, everything is dead. I'm like, and look now, Bethesda came out and made you a nib diary, because basically it was a nib diary, right? They came out and said this loud and clear. Hey, we're doing all this. So for the last 2 weeks, what you guys been saying? You guys have been wasting your time reading these articles. Come on, man. Not like this, though. Not like this.
Yeah.
Not like this, though.
It's pretty crazy.
It is. It's been getting crazy. It's been getting crazy. So PS Security is held together with crazy glue and duct tape. Oh Lord, that is messy though. Yep, he is. They're getting annoying, chat. All the Xbox handed dudes are.
What do you say?
No, I'm not gonna read that though. That's yeah. I just remember but ape shit. When the ABK news came out, he seriously threatened to take it to lawyers. It was strange, but shown his true colors. Yep. Y'all, you remember that? Okay, good. Because here's the thing, though, that all they do is bash Xbox. Like, oh, the business is bad. And the funny thing enough, remember yesterday, Sean Layden was like, I want them to compete. The first thing I said, stop talking shit. Talk the good stuff. Stop bashing Game Pass. Stop bashing Xbox. And talk good about it for once in your damn life. I mean, if you want to compete, I mean, you were a leader back in the day. Get them to talk good. That's it. That's all you got to do. Bro said he's calling his friends to the FTC, laugh out loud. Man, he can call anyone he wants, though. So many pony mean so effing annoying. I almost see all millennials as annoying ponies. That's how the fuck we start. Here's the funny part, though. You sit down with all these kids nowadays. You talk to them. They don't know who, not even Asha Sharma is. They don't know who this guy is or what this console is. They don't even know that. What they do know is that, hey, is Roblox, Fortnite, and that's it. That's all they know. Roblox, Fortnite, all this stuff, that's all they know. That's all they know. Or what's the next tablet I should get? Oh, I should get this. Sorry, Mama says, Mom, Xbox being mean to me again. Tell them to stop. Now that one I would read, though. Oh, man. But look, they don't even know that stuff. And the funny thing is, once they start learning, right? Once they start learning and see all this stuff, they'll be like, I don't know what's going on out here. It looks like this is a war or something. I don't get it, though. I think they won't even understand what's going on out here. Like, what have we been fighting for, like, the last 20 or 25 years, though? But weird, huh, TG? It's weird. It's weird that all they do, they just cannot get Xbox out of their mouth, especially when Sony's on fire. And I remember,
it's almost like they're addicted to it.
Yeah. And remember what I told you, Chad, about when Mike Johnson comes in here and I told him, you guys, hey, your house is on fire, but you're not looking at it. You're focused on us making barbecue right over here, and we're telling you, hey, your house is on fire. Oh, it's okay. It's just a little fire. That's what you guys say. It will wear off, or the wind will what's it called? The wind will, or the rain will slow the fire down. It will calm down. My friends, no. Listen, that fire is getting hotter and hotter, and it's expanding. I just hope it doesn't expand over to this side. But over here, though, you guys are burned down, though. So, look, check this out. Watch this. This is my problem, though. This is my problem. Hold on a second, chat. Let me show you something that I just saw. This is what I saw, though. See, this is my problem, though. Sometimes you all need to for 5 seconds, though. But not even for 5 seconds, for 5 days, though. Check this out. Watch this. Let me go.
Yeah. It's getting annoying how they keep repeating this shit.
Mm-hmm. Watch this. Look, this is my problem, though. Right here. Xbox social media watching PlayStation's Disc Tobacco, knowing they'll have to announce the same soon, probably laugh out loud. See what I mean? See what I mean?
Yeah, it's such bullshit.
Good old Jess Gordon, my friends. There you go. There you have it. There you have it, chat. There you have it.
He is so fucking annoying.
And he asked one question the other day. He says, what can I do? What can I do for you guys? Like, what can I do? I'm like, nah. You know, I'm not even going to answer that. I'm not even going to answer that question, though. I'm not even going to answer that question, though. I mean, seriously, you go to these fan fests. You go to all this stuff. You're there. I haven't gone there. I'm not there. I mean, I hope I get the opportunity to go there. But you go there, you talk to these guys, you have conversations, you get a lot of privileges over there, which is cool, and I'm happy you're getting it. I mean, I'm not, I'm always saying because you guys do the hustle, I respect the hustle, though. My main problem is that every time you guys go somewhere like this or anything, you come back and you're like, okay, now it's time to try to get those clicks for this thing. Let's talk about this. How am I going to pitch this? How am I going to do that? One thing I really find annoying is every time I read those articles about anything, like they can have a positive thing in there. Like, for example, you know what happened to Tony Hawk, right, TJ, yesterday? That it got delayed because, for licensing deals.
Yeah.
And in that same thing,
that.
They started talking like, oh, there was a crack in Game Pass. And I'm like, bro, this happened 3 years ago with Quantum Break.
Yeah.
Come on. So I even brought it up. And then, right, in that same article with Tony Hawk not being Game Pass, they had to mention the 3,200 layoffs. I'm like, what does that have to do with Tony Hawk not being Game Pass? I'm trying to understand what does that have to do. But you guys got to throw it in there, of course.
It has nothing to do with it. That's what's so annoying.
That's what's so annoying, though. Like, you just added that just to get the click in there. Come on, guys. Come on. And that's the thing, though. I mean, you guys got a lot of privileges out there. You guys got a lot of benefits out there, which I'm happy for you guys that are getting it, but it feels like you guys are taking way too much advantage of that stuff. And not only are you taking way too much advantage, you guys are dissing the stuff you're enjoying. I mean, shit. I'm happy you guys are getting all that stuff, but damn, you guys dissing it like that? I'm like, no. I mean, I know you try to call things down the middle. I get it, but you can call things down the middle one day. Can you imagine me every day sitting here and talk about the 3,200 layoffs for like the last 2 weeks? Chat would be like, dude, shut up about it. You're annoying. That's what they'll say. And I bring it up
I know.
Because it's in the damn article. And I'm reading about a situation that's going on, but it's in there. And again, it gets brought up, but it's annoying every time you read it, though. Unless you choose one game media site and just use the... That's why they have the Xbox Wire, though. The Xbox Wire just keeps on throwing up the news with their stuff. It shouldn't cost much in gaming... G-dude or broke. If I were Ash, I'd cut him off and tell him I'm cutting him off. Exactly why. I mean, I don't get to decide what Xbox does or not, but at the end of the day, it's like you guys have all the advantages in the world, but I feel like you guys are not applauding these advantages as you should, though. I mean, come on, guys. You guys got to be more positive about it. That's what gets me. Like, come on. Stop writing the same things in the article. I mean, if I can literally pull up all the Windows Central's article from the last week, and all the articles we will see the 3,200 layoffs, or we will see this, or we will see that. Shoot, come on. We already know this. You don't have to shove it in their faces again, but it is what it is, my friends. It is what it is. I'm not going to keep on ranting about this. I'm done with that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to rant about this. I mean, good news. Bethesda came back and shut everything down. Well, that was expected, though. I mean, we knew that was going to happen because at the end of the day, that's what it always does. They start with some bullshit and then they come out and shut them down lately, which is a good thing, though. I wonder what the hell say if they keep physical. Concord, says Ron Susher. What does Concord have to do, though? But yeah, you guys know what I mean, though. You guys know what I mean, though. So, let's see, though. See, there you go, Microsoft. See, VGC, props to you. Never mind. Fuck you, VGC, for what you just said. Look at this. Microsoft has restored a hacked account to its original owner, returning thousands of dollars worth of games and family pictures. But content creator Joshua Shane has claimed that the entire process felt a little bit shady.
No, GameStop never bought Game Crazy. They ran Game Crazy out of business in the United States. The only ones that are available now is in Canada and UK. United States, they closed all production because they couldn't compete against GameStop. GameStop had a bigger owner, and they had more lucrative cash going through, so they had bigger marketing. That's why you don't see Game Crazy anymore in the United States. Otherwise, I would still be going to Game Crazy because they had great deals. Sorry, I had to address that because he's like, oh, well, GameStop bought them. I'm like, no, they never did. I would have known about that.
Let me see something. Keep talking, TJ. I'm reading something real quick.
But yeah, no, I loved Game Crazy back in the day. I would go there and shit. They had really good deals, man. They were combined with Hollywood Blockbuster, the video store, where you could rent movies, and it was really cool because when you went in there, if you wanted to get your disc cleaned, like to fix it, if it had scratches on it, it was only $5. $5, and they would do it. So they would buff your game and fix it. It was really cool. Good place. They always had good deals. So, I was a regular there, so I got good deals.
So this is what gets me, though. Oh, watch this. Wow.
Pull it up.
This is why. Wow.
Dude, Louis, don't ever do your podcast on a phone because I was at 90% when we started. Guess what my percentage is now? And I got battery saving mode on.
Yeah,
take a guess.
All right, they're down to 20. I see, or 15. Yeah, I know how it is.
It's 44%, but it's eating at it pretty good, and my phone's getting fucking hot.
That's what it is, though. That's what happens with podcasts, though. So watch this. Look, this is. Oh my God. Now, you see, this is where I get mad, though. While King clearly grateful and thankful to Microsoft for having the situation solved via his reservations, the reason I'm grateful is because it blew up. It got the attention of Microsoft, King said in the video shared to social media. Now, that being said, the way it was handled was not a good way, of course. What bothers me the most is that they were telling me that this is irreversible. It took a tweet or a post with a couple of million likes and a lot of coverage to reach out to me. No offense against Microsoft, the people that helped me have been really good, but I feel like the people who don't have the opportunity to get their account back, because I know I'm not the only one. He goes on to say that all went the way it went to me is a little bit shady, because it's not that they can't bring back your account. It's that they won't bring it back to your account if you're a nobody. And I'm a nobody, but
that's actually wrong, because my account got hacked one time. I got hacked, and I contacted Microsoft, and I don't have a huge following. I don't do content. And This is before I did podcasting with you or anyone. And I contacted them and I gave them all my information. They just looked it up and they gave me it back within a week. So this is the same account I've had since 2002. So, yeah.
Yep, and this is funny though. This is what they said though. Like, look, bro, you gotta be grateful that your problem got solved though. But you adding this right here is like, wow. I mean, they went to lengths to get your account.
Yeah, PlayStation doesn't do that. They're like, nope, sorry, create a new account. Did you read that article like last week or a couple days ago about that guy on PlayStation that lost all of his shit? And they said buy new games because his account got hacked.
And they can blow up and they won't pay attention to it. And this is my problem though.
They locked his account for security reasons. And he's like I can't play my games. I bought those, and they're like, sorry, buy them again.
You know what would have been a greater answer, my friend, right here? This is where I get to this, right? And so it says here, opportunity to get their account back because I know I'm not the only one. The good answer would have been Microsoft. You need to go in and fix this so that people who lost their accounts, and the people that were there though that did not give me the honest answer, you got to sit there and try to find a way to fix this. That's all you had to say though. But you're saying it was a little bit shady. Shady how though? Like I mean, they came out and clear and said, okay, let's help you out. And they helped you out, my friend. You just got to be grateful you didn't lose all that stuff. I mean, there's no other company in the world that does this shit. And of course, it blew up. I get it. It blew up, right? The Twitter thing blew up. I get it. Cool. That's what we're here for because when a company does something bad, we got to talk about it. We got to throw it out there. And this was a bad move from the company for doing this, 100%. But now they came back and fixed it. I mean, come on. Be happy about it, my friend. But no, you had to bash it. That's what they do. So let's keep it going, though. Let's keep it going. The third, 3 Michael Lax, the amount of times I've been hacked on Xbox. I expect to recover my account every time since Michael Lax. Wow. No membership card, no service for Hollywood Video. No!
Yeah. Yeah, Hollywood Video owned them. I remember now, Hollywood Video. Not Blockbuster, but Hollywood Video. Hollywood Video did, yeah. That's why they were linked. When you went inside, it was 2 buildings in one.
Sunrash says, nobody on X talks about the great games we all get. It's always about how the company is bad or how bad the game is or how bad the TV show is. That is a trend, my friend. That is a trend, Sunrash. And frankly, the negative
Sunrash, you should be on a podcast because you think just like us. Because the problem is we need more people like us to get the word of mouth out because it's really bad that these guys are only talking negative. They only talk about the negative. And actually it kind of influences us a little bit because we have to talk about it. So it's an echo chamber and it's fucking annoying.
It's annoying, yeah. They have led us to this position that if the more you talk about it, the better it is. That's what it is. Because, negative, the sad part about this, I said this before, negative talks bring in the positive. You know what I mean by that? If you guys don't understand is that the negative talk brings in the positive for these dudes. What I mean by for these dudes, though, damn. Oh, God. Say you want, let me see, mismanagement. This temple have arguably made some of their best or most successful games in their history, recent mainline releases. Oh, God. Here comes the sucking up. So let's see. The Last of Us, Spider-Man, Second Son, Horizon. No, Horizon's not a good game. Returnal, Astrobot, Uncharted 4, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, Ghost of Yotei, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon, Sorrows, Astrobot, Last of Us 2, Spider-Man 2, and Ghost of Yotei. Let me see. There's 1, 2. Oh, God, I'm not even. That's just, nib. Good old Nib, like always protecting.
Nobody cares about Nib.
Yeah, nobody cares about Nib. Except for Broke Boy though, they have a big fight out there. Broke Boy always wins.
I better.
Yep. So that's what I mean though, Chad. I mean, it's annoying all the time that they don't talk about any games. I mean, look, right now with the best news, we now know what Bethesda's doing. I'm happy with what Bethesda's doing. I'm excited for what Bethesda's doing. I'm super happy with that stuff. I'm excited. I'm excited what Bethesda's doing. I'm excited they came out and literally said, hey, yo, we are going to deliver on this. We're going to put these games out there good. And here's the thing, though. Asha, do me one favor, though. I got one big favor to ask you. Please, oh, please, do not let Todd Howard go out there and say, we only want this game in 30 FPS. Come on. Not like this.
I know.
Please,
he
please
always
don't do that.
steps on rakes doing that. I don't understand what his fucking big deal about that is. It's like, I'm sorry, but the technology nowadays, we can do 60 frames. Stop saying 30 frames.
Yeah, that was really bad that you released the game because this is, what was it? This is the decision we made for this game, and 6 months later, we got 60 FPS.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just lazy work. Come on, man. Come on. You gotta pick it up. You gotta pick it up. Yeah, you guys gotta
lazy.
pick it up. Yeah, you guys gotta pick up the. Oh shoot! You guys gotta pick up the work when it comes to do game development. You guys got to. I mean, come on, guys. You guys are better than that. Do something cool for us, Yeah, that was my problem also with these studios too. That these guys are like I said though with Hellblade, with the studio behind Hellblade, with the studio behind what's it called, with the studio behind Double Fine. I mean,
Propulsion Games, Undead Labs.
And look, and here's the thing though, TJ. Here's the thing though, like I love Compulsion Games. Like I know I said this before. Like the only studio I see that can actually push for something great better is Compulsion Games because even though it took a long time to deliver South of Midnight, right? It took a long time to do that, but at the end of the day, though, from We Happy Few to that, they did a really good job. I mean, We Happy Few was.
Oh yeah, they did. They did. You can't take away from what they did. The problem is, here's the thing. People don't understand. Everybody's like, oh, that's sad that they sold them off or they made them go independent or whatever. They had to trim fat. Okay, so look at it like this, guys. 10 years down the road, 5 years down the road, Asha has to kick the can down the road. She keeps these studios. And then let's say these games take longer and longer and longer to ship out, and they cost more budget. Now, she's got two options. Either cut bigger studios or cut a shit ton of studios. Now you are really pissed. So which one is it, guys? What do you want? Because you can't have your cake and eat it too. I'm sorry. So now the question becomes, are you fine with the little 4 or 5 studios that she cut and they didn't get shut down and they can still make games and do partnerships with Xbox?
Yeah.
Or are you fine with shutting down maybe Halo or shutting down, any of the other big studios? Because Asha won't do that, but Microsoft will push her to do it in the long run if shit doesn't go the way that Microsoft wants it to go.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, my friends. But at the end of the day, all I know is one thing is this is like what she's saying is the stuff that a lot of us wanted to hear. A lot of us. I remember this because I think you were part of the conversation when this happened, though. Because when they bought Bethesda back in the day, when they bought Bethesda and they had us sitting under there, and they were talking. This is something that This is what happened back in the day, though. I remember the conversation was, "Hey, you guys have Obsidian on under the wing. You guys have Bethesda under the wing. Why don't you make a Fallout New Vegas 2 or do a New Vegas game, another one?" Remember that conversation? That conversation was everywhere. I was there.
Yeah, especially with those two studios because normally they're rivals, but the fact that they are under the same umbrella, they can work together and they both use the same engine. So, it's like, and they got unlimited funding. Well, not unlimited, but you know what I mean. They got a bigger budget. So I just don't understand why they don't do it. And now they're doing it because Asha went in and said, "You guys, I vowed to put that on hold for now. Start making more Fallout."
Yep, that's what you got to do. And she's doing it, my friends. And she's doing it. So, yeah, like I said, because while everybody's saying shut down, we're getting the responses we wanted to get 6 years ago, we're getting them now. Incredible, huh? So, chat, listen up. We have to go. It's 11:30 in the morning right now, chat, and I got several things I got to do. You know, it's going to be a day for the crazy one. But chat, like always, before we all go, tell us what you've all been playing. I haven't gamed in like 2 or 3 days, TJ. I gotta catch up with my gaming.
I'm playing Commander's Challenge right now, dude.
You're playing
I'm going to tell
Commander's
you right now, it's Command & Conquer Realer 3's Commander's Challenge. But
okay,
the Xbox 360 versions, I've beaten all of them, and I've had no problems. I tried to do the same scenario. And with them playing on this newer console that's got a faster processor, these fucking AI are like on steroids.
Mm-hmm.
I try my own fucking, thing that works every time. It does not work anymore. And they have not done any updates to this game. So the new Xbox amplifies these AI in this game. Like they run like how they're supposed to fucking run now. So if anybody wants to test his theory, if you have an Xbox 360 game and you've beaten it before and you want a challenge, go ahead and play it on your Series X and go against AI now. Because I'm going to tell you right now, with the processing power, the AI is way faster. And I've noticed that because I went and played on my 360 again to make sure I wasn't seeing shit. No, it's true because I stomped their ass when I went on the 360 again. So
nice.
Just letting you know, just in case if people want to get a little bit of a challenge out of their games.
Nice. So let's see, though. Thank you for that, Lamont Davis. All right, everyone, take it easy. See you on the 27th. I'm sailing the seas randomly playing Mercenaries. Nice. Did Apple surpass NVIDIA for big company? I don't know. Probably did. I have to check that out.
Well, Apple's number 2. It's Apple and Microsoft that are number 1 and number 2 in terms of like most valuable companies in the world. Because they sell the most products.
Says here, Apple market capitalization surpassed NVIDIA's for the first time in nearly a year, marking a significant shift in investor sentiment. There you go. Oh yeah, so it did. So Apple did pass it or something. Yeah, that's what it says though. Went out to CUV 6 and AI. All right, let me see. But me, I haven't played games these past couple of days. I gotta jump into Assassin's Creed Resync. I just have not had the time to do it. I just haven't. I've been so busy with life.
Did you hear what Randall Thor tried to say?
What did Randall Thor say?
So I think he has a speech impediment because he can't say anything with an L in it. Okay. So he tried to say black flag, and he said black. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to get you canceled. Black happy.
Oh God. Oh.
FAG.
Okay. I got it. Oh, damn.
he kept saying it. He was trying to recorrect himself, but
it kept us.
And it got worse. Oh. And he got so much hate for it.
I can help him with that. All you gotta say, black bandera, much more easier. Spanish though. That happens.
But he's white.
It happens to all of us, chat. Sometimes, I say so much that sometimes it like because the ADD kicks in and I skip a letter and it sounds bad though, and I apologize for it all the time. It happens. Stuff like that happens though. It happens. So seriously, chat. Incredible. Now everybody see what I mean? But that's a real Church fans. The other school is on the way. Following the Xbox cuss. There you go. They repeat it again. And it's loving how it looks and playing it every day. See what I mean? They had to go out there and just add it to they got to keep on adding. They're going to talk about it for the next 2 or 3 months. They're going to keep on shoving that thing on everyone's, Yep. They're going to keep on doing it. The Wall Street News, AMD fell 5%. NVIDIA slides 3% before recovering the rotation of semiconductor stocks. Bad news for investors. So chat, like always, thank you guys for hanging out with us today. Thank you all for super chats. Thank you for memberships. You guys rock. You guys are awesome. We love you guys. That's just chat. You guys are the best. So TJ, tell everybody where they can find you, sir.
Yeah, you can find me here sometimes whenever I can, depending if I have the day off. But yeah, sometimes I like to hop in because I like to support my friend Louis here. You know, Louis is a great content creator and he's a good guy. He's not big, but you know, he creates honest content. There's a difference. So take it as you see it and enjoy it.
Thanks,
anyway, I'm on GameStop Live on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. And then I'm also on X at DrawnTJ450, Discord, DrawnTJ450, and then Xbox, DrawnTJ. Everyone, please hit the like and subscribe button if you're enjoying it. And yeah, have a great day, everybody, and play some games. There's a lot of games coming out, and Halo's coming out next Thursday. So if you have the premium edition.
All right. And chat, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also hit that bell so I can tell you when XBI content comes on. And guys, have a beautiful and beautiful and awesome Friday. And as always, I will see you guys on the Xbox International Podcast when we do come back at 7 p.m. ET with Salvador, the Big Plume, and Silent Cypher. And today is Friday, de Don't Expand Español with Elvis Elecita Metal Berserker. Last but not least, good morning with Crazy Little Gaming when I send the signal out over there on Twitter, X, Blue Sky, Discord, and YouTube. And that's where we got to hit that bell so you can know when the crazy one comes out, talk about what's happening in the gaming news world. Chat, have a beautiful day, and I will see you guys on Monday morning on Good Morning with Crazy Little Gaming. Bye, y'all. Have an awesome one.